Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Age of Umbra. Before we get into this episode, we have some quick announcements to get through, beginning with tonight's sponsor, NordVPN. Sam.
Named #1 VPN in 2025 by TechRadar, NordVPN helps boost your privacy online. Here's one way it works, guys. Instagram phishing is one of the most common Instagram scams. It starts with a direct message or email from someone pretending to be a brand you trust, Instagram itself, or even a close friend.
Everything okay, Sam?
Yeah, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Just sorry. Anyway, a scammer will send you a phishing URL to try to trick you into clicking it. Okay. No, that's not good. Sorry. Sorry, Liam. Did you send me a DM yesterday with a link in it?
I don't think so.
Something about really funny about like resetting my bank password? Maybe as like a really funny joke?
Wasn't me. You see, I limit my social media to just...
Nobody gives a shit, O'Brien!
Sam, can you just please read the ad?
I'm sorry, it's just... The ad might lead to a fake Instagram login page or a site that installs malware on your phone. Malware? Jesus! Is it really hot in here?
Not really. Not at all. Actually, it's pretty...
How can you
temperate.
protect yourself from Instagram phishing scams? Yeah, how do you? Just tell me. Use a trusted VPN with phishing protection. Any NordVPN plan includes Threat Protection Pro will save you from visiting phishing websites. You'll also be notified if you enter a page known for fraud or scams. Okay, how? How do I get it? Where does it say? There's nothing on the paper. How do I get it?
It's on the back of the page, Sam, if you look at it right there.
There it is. Grab the exclusive NordVPN deal at nordvpns.com/criticalrole and get 4 extra months. Try it risk-free now with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Thank you.
Extra months.
We'll ADR it in. We'll ADR it in.
Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Sam. Laura, you got an announcement?
Extra month. Extra month. There's new Daggerheart dice already, you guys.
Wait, what?
I know.
It just came out.
Serious Dice has released their Daggerheart duality dice. Get this name, Fate of the Mortal Realms dice set. How cool is that? So it's got all the polyhedrals in this really cool tealy bluey combo, and then you also get your hope and fear and like these beautiful things. Go to wait! I want to tell you where to find it. You can find it now at friendly local game stores, SeriousDice.com, or the U.S. Critical Role Shop.
It's got the logo.
I know.
It's got the logo.
It's got the logo. They're so pretty.
Brand new die.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Ashley, you're up.
It comes in a tube, so you can use it and save the tube.
Thank you,
You can
Ashley.
propagate a plant with it. I'm stopping. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Laura. Ashley.
Did you just take a shot with it? Is that what
Yeah,
it was?
you can take a shot with it. Hi, it's me, and I'm here to tell you, I don't know if you know this yet, it is Pride Month. You should know this. And we just released a new tee supporting Outright International, which is one of our long-standing partners at Critical Role Foundation, which works to protect the rights of LGBTQIA+ people worldwide. This shirt is really cool, y'all. It is. So, it says, how do you want to slay this?
That's my wife!
Yeah, it is. And it features Yasha, and the colors are inspired by the trans pride flag,
Oh my God.
by the amazing artist Valentine M. Smith.
Oh my.
Check it out now in the US, Canada, UK, and EU shops.
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
obsessed.
Love it.
Colors.
How do you want to slay
How hot is she with this?
So hot.
Oh.
And it's the updated outfit, which I love.
know.
It's gonna turn into a
I want it so bad.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
And I
It
love
needs to be a
that
cut-
it's
it needs to be a cut up, that shirt.
100%. That would go great, like how people stitch that on the back of like denim jackets and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
totally.
prime.
You could put that on the back of the Ashton jacket.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, you could.
Or you could just keep it intact, guys. It's our precious
Nah.
courage.
Who needs the bullshit?
Marisha, you're up.
Y'all, fans of Found Family, not us, but fans of Found Family, surreal space exploration, and mind-bending supernatural discoveries, rejoice! Because the Midst Cosmos series, Unend, is returning for a second season. And you can check out the audio adventure right now everywhere where you enjoy your podcasts, or make sure you're a subscriber to either beacon.tv or to midst.co, and you can get episodes 1 through 3 right now. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Thank
Love
you
our
very
Midst trio.
Yes, love the Midst folks. And I think that concludes our announcements. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of The Age of Umbra. Hello, friends. Last we left off, our troop of fresh delvers from the small village of Desperloch here in the Halcyon Domain had discovered that a rather practiced troop had just returned from the depths of Blue Zal vaults, half of their team slain or missing, and those that remained too wounded to pursue. You managed to convince the head of the Delvers, Raskello, to go in their stead to seek the missing member of their team, one of which you have some past relationship with, Velk Dravenmore. You then went into the depths of these vaults, utilizing a map that was provided for you, a little lost at some point, but after tearing through some rising, shambling skeletons and some burning oozes that called that domain their own, you eventually came to the great gates that were recently discovered that supposedly lead to the long-sealed Luzal Monastery, the target of much of Desperloch's research and hope. Upon arriving, you discovered that the gate guardian they had fought before, which had been laid low, had begun to recover, and while still damaged, rose up and assailed your troop, tearing through you quite horribly in but a matter of moments, but nevertheless, through the majesty of an empowered boomerang, you cut it down, as well as the skeletons that had risen out of the slain Desperloch delvers that remained. You noticed that the gates were partially ajar, and where a blood-stained hand smear, a series of blood pools, and a small trinket were left. And you believe this insinuates that your target, Velk, may have traversed beyond these gates towards the monastery himself. And as such, hurt and winded, you closed the gate behind you just in case the guardian was still giving chase. You catch your breath here in the darkness, barely noticing the stone steps that ascend into shadow, up into the depths of the mountain. To where? No one yet knows. It is here, inside this dark cave, as you catch your breath in silence. What would you like to do?
The little bone trinket that was on the door that we took right before we shut it closed, can we get a good look at what it is?
Sure, you look at it. It looks like it's not a human bone. It looks like it's from some sort of an animal, like either an arm or a femur. It's about that long or so. And it looks like it has small, like chiseled designs, like runes in it. Very, very, not done with a lot of craft to it. A little rough, but enough to where it looks like there was intentionality. It looks almost like it was set as a charm of protection and possibly a way of leading one back to where they started.
We're inside this room.
You're just inside the door and closed it behind you. You're bleeding, you're breathing, you're alone.
The blood trail goes up the stairs.
If you want to light a torch and get a better look around the space, you can try and inspect if you like.
Sure.
I think we did. I think we
think
did.
we
light
did
the
light- we
torch
did light
up
a
to
torch.
the-
All right.
That's right.
I also think we should probably take a minute to catch our breath, maybe.
Yes.
And just hear me out. We don't know that this is Velk's blood. We could just turn back. We could just go home. We got this far. That's saying something.
You know what? Snix is right. We could. We'd be forfeiting all monetary gain and anything of value, but we really could.
Why would that necessarily be?
Oh, I think it was something in the fine print.
I didn't sign anything.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was a success and nothing, if I recall. Yeah.
Glory and stuff.
Yeah.
Respectability.
Stuff is good.
Yeah.
Forever and ever in all parts of the universe now and throughout time.
We almost died. You guys almost died back there, and I just don't want that to happen.
I don't think they would give us stuff if we don't come back with something, because, you know, we could have just, like, left and then waited half a day and then come back in. We could be just full of bullshit.
No one's been up here for a long time. Up these stairs.
That's
Seen
right.
what's up here? We're the first ones, besides maybe Velk.
Well, I think Rosella's
Oh, son of a bitch.
every time.
God.
Every time.
The doors behind you, they just closed, suddenly lurch with a heavy impact from the other side.
Oh, because the thing's still active.
Okay,
Again.
we're not
You
going to go
hear-
back. Let's go forward.
You hear
Why didn't we try?
another impact.
Oh shit, is it Aaron? Does it sound like Aaron?
Sounds like a voice.
Hello?
She did not follow us. Please tell me she
Fuckers, open the door! Oh, no! Y'all just let me back there, you sons of bitches!
I knew it. I knew
Be
she would.
quiet. She'll go away. We'll just hide and she'll
We
she'll
can't
go
leave her
away.
out there now.
She
We can't leave her.
hear
I go to open the
everything.
door.
That's
I go to open the door.
wait. That's a big hit for a little girl.
is.
Why is it so big? Aaron, if it's really you, where did we first meet?
Met in Desperloch, hadn't been that far out there. I was being chased down. I would have had that creature if you hadn't come out there and tried to steal the glory.
Shit, it's her. We gotta get her. We gotta get her in here.
No.
Well, open the door.
Prefer to be in here than out there.
I draw my boomerangs just in case.
Fair.
I'll open the door.
It opens up and you see her there, sweaty, her big gray cloak wrapped around her, and she's holding the massive curved blade of the Guardian that she's been lifting and letting it hit the door for the impact.
gosh.
And she's like partially in her arc, she's like, oh, drops it, and you can see she's exhausted from it, like, all right, now which one of y'all put me to sleep?
Aaron, we did. We were trying to keep you safe. That was the whole point, for you to stay
It was
home.
him.
It was not me.
But I may have told him that you couldn't come because you're too young.
Do you have any idea how many times I've been in these vaults before you did? This is your first day here. I have seniority over you, she says, staring up at your massive stone form. She's like, I know I might be young, but I'm capable. More than, well, most of you, at least.
What is Aaron armed with? What did she bring?
At a quick glance, the heavy, like, gray cloak that's wrapped around her, she has a small, like, side pouch that's like a leather strap over her shoulder. You see she has a small blade, just a dagger on one side, but she's not a fighter. She's a scout for the Delvers, so she's not a combatant. She's just a get in and out quickly type of figure.
Your father is going to kill us. There's no point in you going back now. You have to stay with us, but we're not going to forget this.
Well, if you don't take me with you, then you're not going to forget the hell that you're going to hear for the rest of your life.
She's vouch for her.
Look,
She can handle herself.
I'm not going to get in any of your old shit. I just also don't want to be left behind. We were in this together. We can... I'm not going to get in the way, okay? I promise.
I'm not worried about you. It's your father murdering us that I'm worried about. You, you're fine. It's him. Oh, he could just...
And this was your idea. It was all you. We didn't coerce you or ask you to come.
Exactly. I'm letting you take any of my credit.
We'll stay in the middle.
Y'all look like shit, by the way.
No, she's here. You might as well use her. We'll go on the front.
Technically, she's a scout. I mean, technically.
We were just getting ready to rest for a second because, as you can tell, we were set upon by some things that were not living.
Right.
What
And
is
it
this?
drags the blade in behind her.
What is this you hold? That was from the beast?
It was just jammed in the wall out there. You tell me. Looks at the rest of you. Looks like you know far better than I do. Kind of like picks up part of your cloak. Can see like the blood scratch from where it gashed you.
Did you bring any supplies? Any healing potions? Anything that might help?
Got some water.
Water is good.
Got a
Water brings
couple
life.
dried biscuits.
Biscuits, good.
And I got some ink. And
I don't know what ink is for.
It's
got,
good.
Is
got,
it good?
Got an
Okay.
escape pellet or two.
What is
An
that?
escape
What's an
pellet?
escape pellet?
Oh, I thought you said you were a scout. I thought you know what the fuck those are. And you realize at this point that's her term for essentially a smoke.
A smoke bomb!
Oh, cool.
Escape pellet.
Escape
Well, just sit tight for a second. We have to do some armor repairs and stuff.
we
The
should
door's closed, right?
We should.
Close the door now at this point. You took the crown with you, right?
No,
No? Okay.
we didn't take anything.
Well, we grabbed the crown the first time and it woke back up, so we
Right.
left the crown alone.
Okay,
Would you
fair.
like me to just...
Go get it real
I do
quick.
have...
by yourself?
I do have a little magic hand.
Oh.
If we just peep through and I could try to...
Sure, yeah, let's just open the door again.
Should
Yeah,
I?
yeah.
She picked up his sword.
Before we rest. Go
We
for it.
have it now
Okay.
in here.
All right, I am going to,
Don't you fuck this up.
I will try my hardest not to fuck this up. Okay, I will conjure a magic hand, which is the same size and strength as my own. And I can throw it to far range. And I'm just gonna sort of have it crawl across and sort of get to the crown and
That's cool.
try to pick it up.
The creature that is part of its exposed skull, its like hood torn now from where the boomerang had slashed past, and then the rock that had partially crushed it after the end of the previous battle sits there. The crown plucks off of its head, kind of catches on the hood for a minute before it tears free, and the hand begins to draw it back to you.
Crawling back.
All right, shut the door.
What is it? What does it do? Is it magic? Does it have gems in it? Jewels?
It looks like it's beautiful gold vines and leaf kind of filigree that kind of folds into itself like a grown, beautiful garden that kind of just comes in a circlet sort of position. It's thick, but it is. You guys are taking a short rest
yeah?
here.
Yeah.
Take.
Guardian's crown. While wearing this crown, you gain wield a two-handed weapon with one hand, but your thresholds decrease by 2. A holy crown of golden vine that was granted to the gate guardian of the Luzal Monastery.
So you can hold a bigger weapon, do more damage, but you take more damage.
So like my halberd, which is a two-handed weapon I could hold with one, and hold up a circular shield. But my thresholds decrease by 2.
But
you
what does
didn't
the
get
shield
hit
do for
as much.
thresholds?
Threshold.
Anything?
Is your minor
No, it doesn't do
major-
anything to thresholds, but it does give you 1 extra armor slot.
There also is the war scythe that was dragged in by Aaron.
Aaron. Finesse weapon, very close range, D8 plus 5. Two-handed, reliable, +1 to attack rolls. This massive curved blade was once wielded by the gate guardian of the Luzal vaults.
That's such a cool
War scythe.
That's pretty good.
Do you use weapons?
I have a giant two-handed sword that I have been smashing.
Okay.
Yes.
She's used
Yes, I've been
both sides
crushing
of it.
ass
I
with
did
this
use
two-handed
both sides
sword.
of it.
She's used the pointy end and then the helm.
It is as
Cut.
tall as you.
Can we check these
I haven't
magical
seen it.
items for like any sort of, I don't know, magic essence or dark presence?
I mean, most things carry some dark presence. It's hard to discern individually when it comes to particular enchantments. Many things that are enchanted were done so in the old world. The ability to craft and forge new magical armaments is an art that is nearly lost, and the few that can are often locked away in distant strongholds, either in Amber Reach or beyond. So the fact that these carry some form of enchantment, given the context of who they were plucked from, means that these probably were relics of the past.
I'm gonna stick with my halberd. Yeah.
What about you? You want to take that two-handed sword that I can't see and make it a one-handed sword?
That big scythe is pretty impressive. It's got range.
Well, is anyone using the shield?
Nope, I don't think so.
Remains to be seen if anyone can carry it. I could carry it.
Wield it, if anyone can wield it.
You wield a shield?
I don't know.
That rhymes.
Wield shield.
Technically, you can use it as a weapon because you can.
During the short
Drop
rest,
things
can you rattle off what our options are?
Oh, it's right here.
So each of you, during the short rest, you are level 1, so you're not necessarily swapping any domain cards, but you could normally swap out your loadout. You also get to choose 2 options, 2 downtime options to take. That includes tending to wounds, which means you recover 1d4 plus your tier hit points, which would be 1d4 plus 1. You can also do this on an ally as opposed to you. You could clear stress, which recovers 1d4 plus your tier and stress, which is plus 1. There's repair armor, which is 1d4 plus your tier armor slots you recover. Or prepare, which means you can gain a hope. Just generate 1 hope.
And if you
also,
yeah, go ahead.
I gain 1d4 fear.
Damn it!
Oh, right.
But
Put there for a.
if you have a friend who,
I gain.
And we pick one of those, correct?
You pick 2. You have 2 of those you can pick.
also if you have a friend who's
You can repeat the same action twice if you'd like.
preparing hope, you can actually help them prepare hope, and then you
Also-
can each get 2.
Oh shit.
I get to roll
Oh yeah.
for lurking darkness,
The
and
lurking
since you are
darkness.
not resting near a sacred pyre.
The TLD.
So
Unless
if,
someone wanted to stand
if
guard.
anybody wanted to use one of your actions to keep watch, you could roll a d12 as well,
But you
and you can
forfeit your-
choose. You forfeit one of your actions.
Well, I could do it because I have. So I'm playing as a clank, just reskinned for this. I skinned it, you know. You know, this is moody. This is horror. So I have. When you take a short rest, you can choose a long rest move instead of a short rest move.
Oh yeah.
So
So for a long rest,
for a long rest,
it's the same actions for the most part, except it's all hit points, all armor, all stress.
And it says I can choose 2 of the following.
Mm-hmm.
So could I just do 1, maybe tend to all wounds, and then my other action
Just to be a
watch?
sentry.
Yeah, you could totally do that.
Okay,
That's
I'm gonna do that.
clutch.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
'cause
that.
You got.
Yeah, I gotta take care of this.
Okay.
And then my other action, I will.
Keep watch.
I will
Go ahead
keep
and roll a
watch.
d12.
Keep vigil. Roll a d12.
Yeah.
Don't go.
Just any d12.
Uh-huh.
The
Any
one
of
that's
these.
gonna roll high. You can just grab the one closest to you.
Okay. I feel like this is not gonna roll well.
Why'd you say that?
I knew
Why'd
it.
you
I
say
knew
it?
it,
You
but I don't know.
Load it up like that.
4. I know. You're right. I did load it up. To fail.
Do you want to replace my roll with yours, or do you want to go with what I roll?
Ooh,
Is low or high
some
better for us?
Vegas
Wait, what
stuff
did you
here.
roll?
I rolled a 4.
Is low or high better for us?
High is better for you.
Okay.
But you
So
don't
do you
know
think
what
he
I
rolled higher or lower? Ooh, I love this part of this
Here
game.
we go.
rolled.
But you
You're
got a
at the
clock.
bottom
You got a
third.
clock. You got 10 seconds.
You have one. You're at the bottom 1/3.
This is the let's make a deal problem. It's like it's a logic.
I'm gonna go with your roll.
It is.
You're gonna go with my roll?
2.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
Okay.
Poker rule says.
I
it's
rolled 12, so
Oh!
so all of you gain a hope.
I said
Big
my
Y'all
prayer.
get a hope.
Yes.
So as you're resting at this time, in kind of the quiet, as you're catching your breaths, drinking your water, having a little bit of conversation, Erin at one point is kind of like whistling to herself and goes, "Hey, what's that?" and points up, and you all kind of turn, still intent, and you just see the faint little glow of a little firefly that just kind of sets on the edge and kind of glows faintly And as it does, its wings take off, and in the hum of its wings is almost like music. And for a brief moment in the middle of this shadow and stillness, you can't help but feel maybe a hint of warmth, that amongst the darkness, maybe some spirit's watching over you. And that little bit of hope flows through you all, and you take your hope.
Amazing. I'm going to repair some armor.
Let's go.
Taking out some tools and... Ding, 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 ding.
So 1d4 plus 1.
That's a 1 plus 1.
So you get 2 armor slots.
That's all I needed. And then I'm also going to do some hit point healing.
Go for it.
Wrap my wounds. 1d4 plus 1. Ooh, 3 plus 1.
Is it plus 1 on the healing too?
Correct. All of them, it's plus 1 plus your tier, and you're all tier 1.
How you doing on heal? Did you clear it?
I'm cleared.
I cleared my stress and my hit points.
Damn.
All right.
All the way.
1d4 plus 1 for repairing my armor and doing the hit point. And the hit points was 2.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and spend all of my hope as well to once again use my frontline tank ability and get back my 2 armor slots as well.
Got it.
So Snix, are you taking that?
Oh, 2 plus 1 though.
Buckler?
The armor?
The shield?
Oh, yeah, the shield? I mean, I need to move fast, and I know it doesn't slow me down, but it doesn't feel like it's for me.
And
Do you need it?
Well, because if I wear the crown,
Then you can hold the
then I
thing
can
and
hold the
thing.
shield and get an extra shield slot, which is my entire economy. But then I drop down to two thresholds. It's tricksy.
Heavy is
Strix.
the head that wears
The crown.
crown.
Choice is yours.
I'll try it out, unless you want it.
No, it'd be my honor to give it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
What else you got in that satchel?
Oh, I mean, I hadn't finished my deliveries, so I have some wine for Howerin. I have some supplies, some letters to deliver. I got some rope, torch, some pieces of flotsam and jetsam that I found along the way, and just junk. I mean, junk to me, but to other people. Why, do you need anything? I can get you stuff.
Just
Whatever
seeing
you
if-
need, I can get you.
Oh, wow.
I can get you drugs. I can get you anything.
This escalated so
I'm just saying that I can get you anything.
I mean, we could die in here, so do you have any on you?
No. I don't.
Oh.
Everybody knows it's hilarious if you give spiders drugs. So if you feel
Is that something everybody
is?
knows?
Yeah, everybody knows it's hilarious when you give spiders drugs.
Because it's a new session, I re-rolled my prayer dice.
Everyone knows.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where you've been.
Dang.
That's not right. That's right.
Okay, there. I was like, dang, 2
Damn,
fours.
yeah.
Wrong accent too.
I can go to the floating orchards. I can get to Okros. I can get anywhere. I'm good.
How is Okros?
Okros is it's nice. I mean, nothing's nice, but it's nice. It's not unnice, I guess.
I hear they garden there.
Where'd you hear that?
I actually don't know. I was not there.
In my head.
Never mind. I just had a vague
Dreamed it.
memory.
Is it from your previous life?
It could have been.
Were you a gardener
Maybe I was. Because I do love the
or a
earth.
farmer?
Maybe I do. Maybe that's why I was drawn to Garrick. Because he's a farmer and I love the dirt. I love flowers.
And he had a place where we could sleep.
And he had a place where we could sleep.
Can I tell if she's being honest about what she's
Not
saying?
knowing who she is?
I have advantage on the ability to detect lies.
You do.
As a
Sure.
Slyborn.
Go ahead and roll your instinct with advantage. You go ahead and roll your presence as a reaction roll, so you don't generate hope or fear on this
Those
one.
people that overtalk.
I don't generate. I just roll.
Yeah.
People that overtalk.
Wait, did you roll 6s?
No.
Oh, those are.
I'll do it with the advantage. Not yet. Just wait for it.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Good. 15 plus with instinct, 16. With hope.
With hope. All right. Take a hope.
Can't take it anymore.
15 with fear.
All right.
Even though I know.
Yeah,
It doesn't really. She's telling the truth, as far as you can tell. She doesn't remember a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't remember a lot.
She genuinely thinks she might have been a farmer.
Yes.
I hear they garden in Oakros.
Where did you hear that? I
Aaron
don't
sits
know.
up a bit and goes like, okay. So you said you're the one who put me to sleep?
No, what? No, I don't have that power. I
You
don't.
pointed at him.
Oh,
I'll take
that was my
one
mistake.
for the team.
I meant to
push you to sleep.
I
There,
would-
now
I-
you've got someone to blame.
I would have liked to put you to sleep, though. You're very annoying.
I'll remember that. And you... She walks up and looks you in the face. Flicks you in the nose.
I cast telepath.
What's that do?
Well, with that, now you have to listen to me if you go on ahead.
You hear in your head.
Her brow furrows. Y'all are a strange bunch. She plops back down, kind of looks over at you, idle, and goes, "Yeah. Just kind of hurt my feelings is all, you know?
Well, yeah. You gotta understand, your dad has been great to a lot of us, and we owe him. And if we took the thing that he valued the most in the world and were careless with it, got it hurt, I don't know why I keep calling you it, but it's the choice I made. I don't think he would thank us very much.
I mean, life is fleeting enough in this space as it is. What's the point of not trying to do something meaningful, right? What am I supposed to do? Stay at home?
Maybe just for a little while longer. There's so much time. You're so young. But I get it. I get it. You have so much energy and you're incredibly smart and very capable. You made it all the way in here by yourself when there were 5 of us, and before us there were 10 of them. So really, you're doing better than a whole team of vigils did.
That's what I'm saying!
Actually, is very true. Did you encounter any undead on your way in that you had to battle?
No, I don't battle. I run.
Running's good.
Right? See? That's something we see eye to
This is
eye
also a
on.
runner.
Keep running.
Yeah, you have to make us a promise. If it gets really hairy, if we're in real true danger, you've gotta go.
I promise.
Don't
yes,
stop.
Snix, you as well.
She looks at you and kind of gives a nod and goes, I promise. Okay?
Okay.
I don't want to fight things. I'm not a warrior like the rest of you folk, you know? I'm not as brave and capable, but I'm quick. And I'm observant.
And curious to a fault.
I'll run, I promise.
And if you see anything, you can think it so you don't have to say it, so you don't get discovered doing anything.
Are you doing that thing where you're talking in people's heads?
But I'm also doing it out loud. I'm doing both of them.
Oh.
I'll start with, I think, yeah.
Very well. Well, thanks for letting me kick along.
What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna wear it?
The veiled gods have bestowed upon me a great boon on this day. I am touched by the ether wave. This is a sign. This means something. I am touched.
She's
I am
touched, isn't she?
She's intense, but she's right.
Glory to the veiled gods.
Oh, man.
I will not disappoint you in this journey.
You and Velk are gonna get along really well.
You suddenly hear...
Wait.
Nothing.
I thought that was it.
Kill them all.
All right, Miss Seniority. Where do we go?
Well, she stands up and kind of pushes the cloak over her shoulder and taps her dagger, picks up the torch, and kind of leans it up the staircase. We go up.
I feel like that was an easy one.
That was a really easy one.
Does this map lead any further, or is this it? We've reached
No,
the
that map led to the gate. Nobody's been beyond the gate.
This is it.
We haven't been this far.
Yeah, your burn
Nobody's-
map, but that's about as far as useful as it gets.
Nobody's been this far yet, right?
Well, except for
Except for
whoever this
Velk.
is, and she points the torch out, and you can see like a couple of drops of blood every few steps, just a little.
Onward.
Let's go.
Onward.
You trek up the slowly curving stairs. They're rather wide in this walkway, about 15 feet side to side, about 20 feet tall. And here, as it progresses forward beyond the gate, you can see, as opposed to the kind of rough-hewn and excavated elements of stone with just bits of the vault ruins themselves poking out from where the earth had been moved and dragged away. Here, it is beautifully crafted arch above the stairway. This is an intact ascendance, and only a couple times are parts of it crumbled and fallen in, but not enough to close off the entire walkway. But it winds and then kind of curves upward until just the faintest glimmer of sky becomes visible. You push a little further on, and it becomes wider and wider until eventually you realize you're exiting the mountain onto a precipice, a rock outcropping known as, likely to be, the Firmament's Harrow. There you can see the still mostly intact rock outcropping itself jutting forward away from your current position. You can see here, as you kind of glance out into the starless night that now surrounds you, the mountain itself just barely above where the cavern ends, the faintest bit of moonlight creeping through the gray clouds that slowly roil and shift like a slow-motion ocean. You see where the light comes through, you know. Where the light comes through, there before you on this precipice is the Luzal Monastery. A grand structure of multiple levels and layers. You can see pillars that ascend, a belfry at the top, large, like a steepled roof that crumbles on one side. And you can see where the edge of this outcropping had partially crumbled off and part of the building went with it. It's almost like the building stands tall and then about a third of it is just carved away and missing on its outline. Where that collapse is, you can see what would have been some sort of an exterior temple that's built onto the monastery itself, facing towards the mountain that's closest to you. A majority of that roof has either fallen in or just barely holds on over top, where glass may have once sat, now shattered and jagged at the edges. You can see heavy vines and nature have overgrown where elements of that ruin still kind of stands like a gnarled cage over this temple. And what looks like the flickering of firelight within that ruin.
Firelight.
What color is the fire?
Fire color.
Fire color. Okay.
Maybe it's just another pyre.
Does it look large or does it look small? Like
I mean, you can just see like there's the overgrown ruin around this part of the temple and the monastery beyond it. From what you can see right now, you do not see the particular fire from where you're standing. You can just see kind of the glow and the flicker of flame on the surrounding ruin, and occasionally if you move you can see a little bit of like fire burning beyond, kind of through the thick vine cover.
Do you think Velk built up fire?
Oh, maybe to keep warm.
Sure.
You can't, I don't want to call out or anything, give away our position, but can you do that thing with your mind where you sort of call out to him but silently? Is that a thing?
I'd need to at least be able to see someone. I can't just throw it out there.
We could have Ren scout ahead for us.
Right, well.
Any blood spatter on the ground, by the way, that we can see up here?
Go ahead and make an instinct roll for me to kind of glance around the spaces, see if you pick up any.
You fucking guys.
Shut up. No, again?
No way.
Damn!
12s.
Ding, 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 ding.
Take that.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
23.
So yeah, take that critical success, clear stress and gain a hope.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
You indeed
take any more hope.
see like the occasional like little stains of red across the kind of thick overgrown grass and the local greenery that has since overtaken this outcropping and kind of surrounds the exterior of this mountain. And with that, you also can hear a voice from inside the ruin. Something low, something, please, whoever is, I beseech you, help whenever it takes a mountain has been And you can't quite make out the details specifically, but it's Velk's voice with a critical success. Oh. And Velk it's almost like he's quietly muttering prayer.
Sure.
One chained to the next. A little too far to make out the specifics.
How far away are we from the area?
You're probably about, I'd say, 100 or so feet. Right now, kind of keeping low.
I think once we get within like 40 feet, we can quietly call out to let them know we're not something that needs to be smote.
A friend, not a foe.
Yeah. Aaron, you're up.
Okay. Follow suit. Stay quiet. Stay low. Use the brush to your advantage. The bigger ones, hope your knees hold out. It should get slow. Are you all making a group stealth roll then?
Yeah, please.
Sure.
Is this just a flat plateau?
It's mostly flat. Like there are like some variations in height throughout, but it is fairly straight. Okay. Like most of it's been cleared off before the monastery was built. All right. So for a group stealth roll, one of you is going to be the leader. And who is going to be leading this group check, I'll say.
What do you finesse for this or agility?
This would be finesse. This would be to hide and not be noticed.
Gotcha. My finesse sucks. Somebody else do it.
Not I.
Yours would be the most high.
I could do agility.
It's not that great, but it's fine.
I'm at 1.
I'm at 1.
I'm at 1 too.
Since I have dark vision, so let's just assume we'll go for it.
Follow
All
the
right.
spider.
So before you roll, so here's how the group rolls work in this. So you're the leader. Everyone else now rolls your finesse. And with each success, it adds a +1 to your final roll.
Oh, cool.
With each failure, it's a -1.
And a success is...
I'm going to give you a number right now, difficulty. So for this, I'll set the difficulty at a 13.
Okay.
Don't roll yet, Taliesin.
Oh.
Or hold whatever that is now.
Okay, I'll hold that.
Does a critical matter, or is it just the numbers?
Did you roll a critical?
I did.
Then yeah, that's a success.
Okay.
It's +1,
21.
+2,
21.
+3.
11.
Okay. +2. So what was your roll?
Critical 5s for 10.
You guys, like, we played this a lot.
All right.
The numbers are sound. You guys are
Had to sit on
rolling
that for a minute.
fucking
So
crazy.
good.
Kind of crazy.
Fun.
Let's see how long it lasts.
Do we all get a hope
Daggerheart
and clear
dice.
stress because of his crit?
You too. Could crush your rolls.
No, just you do.
I get a hope and praise.
I tried.
I need that hope.
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty. So as you all quietly, following kind of Bryn's path and you kind of guiding the rest of the troop, you all begin to kind of stay together through the brush, coming upon the exterior of this monastery temple section. And there you can hear the prayer a little louder. It's like,
For it was Harrow, I beseech you. I've been seeing the signs. I followed the markers. I know you've been calling, you've all calling to me. Why you've left me behind? I know there's great purpose to me. And you show
Can I
me the purpose,
recognize
please.
anything he's saying?
You
Or,
heard
like, glean
Aratu.
context?
Aratu is one of the veiled gods, referred to as the Dawning Sorrow. And as you get close, you can see there is a central statue, a 10-foot statue that still stands in the middle of this kind of raised dais where steps ascend to it. There are 3 pillars and 1 crumpled one surrounding it, and 2 braziers that appear to have been filled with kindling and are currently burning, likely by Velk. And you can see Velk is kneeling before this statue. Down, standing, hand on the knee, and is just kind of looking up into the face of the veiled god on the opposite side, away from where you're standing.
I think we can call out.
Okay.
Some of you know.
Velk,
Oh, see,
it's Idle and Aaron and Snix and August and Brixton and Misty. We've come as help.
help for what? Are you part of this great ascension as well? Have you come from our greatness?
Not for your greatness, but we are here for the ascension.
Kind of sounds like you, Brixton, but a little bit different.
He stands up and kind of stumbles a bit, and you can see he's clutching his side. And you can see like his leg is red with gore, and there's like a dark puddle of red kind of where he was kneeling.
Does that trigger anything to me? Like his great ascension? Is he talking about Aratu?
No,
Does this-
it's a little rambly. I mean, they're all elements of patchwork faith, but also nothing is reminding you of any like scraps of old world scripture that you've come upon, or any of the various tenets that the Pyre Keepers maintain. But you do see as he stands, like, a well-armored, regal-looking Qatari, head wreathed in kind of a wild gray mane, his, lion-like face itself, a bit of red kind of trickling out the side of the jaw, his eyes wide and wild. You don't know if it's from blood loss or adrenaline, but he definitely appears to be present and very awake, as he still clutches his side with one arm. He says,
You've been touched too. I've seen it. I've seen you. Beyond the wave, the divine speaks as you as an instrument. And you are one of their instruments, directly built and crafted. They speak through you. You come onto this day. What do you speak? What messages do you? Are we all here? Are we all here to receive?
Yes.
What are we here to receive?
We are here.
We are here
to receive
you and bring you home, because there's a lot of people worried about you. You probably just lost a lot of blood.
Rescalo and the others, they sent us.
Rescalo's a selfish bastard who has no faith at all. He just wants the glory for this. He has no greater purpose, but we do. I do.
I feel like we gave it a good shot. We should probably just...
Been there.
and here, he kind of lifts his other hand, which you can see is just red with blood, and he's like,
This is what it's all been about. Here in Horace's gaze, they never left. They've just been waiting for us to prove ourselves. And now, we receive our divine gift. And he lifts his hands up and holds them to the sky, to the clouds. And it's just quiet. We're here.
I'm very, very gently going to fire a little bit of thread, a little bit of silk right into his ear. Shh. And I'm going to cast sleep.
Go ahead and make a spell cast roll for me. I'm going to spend a fear.
To do something.
And cocked. It was almost. I see what you were going for.
Yeah. That's terrible. Shit. That's
Now, if you want to switch dice with Taliesin, I think we'd be open to that.
Let's see. Hold on, I got a thing.
What's your spell cast?
I don't have enough. So that's 7 with fear. I was going to try and re-roll it, but never mind.
I'll take that fear back. It's also -6 from what I rolled in this, because I managed to get that disadvantage from my perspective there. So that's a 1 with fear. As you begin to cast the spell and the thread leaves your mouth, the silk kind of winding through, his hands to the sky with a flash of clarity and fierceness. Looks right towards you, and his bloody hand grabs the thread and pulls it, and it tears from your jaw. He looks at it.
You speak golden lies in a place of holy grandeur. Why would you dare desecrate this?
And turns back to the statue. Looks up towards it. You.
Why have you not granted what I know is my own? Did you send them? Did you send them?
And he spins and claws the face of the statue.
I'm gonna try to stop
Stone
him.
scrapes and falls off.
I'm gonna try to stop him. When he
physically?
tries to take the swipe, I'm gonna try to stop his hand before he swipes.
With your physical hand?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to go ahead and roll a strength check for me, please.
Oh, that's just not very good. +6 with hope.
So you gain a hope.
Okay.
But as you reach for it, your hand is just slapped aside by the unnatural strength of a fanatical, not just a person now, a beast who is kind of given in to their feline hunter's urge, as the claw streaks across the statue of Artu, the veiled god, and just carves, stone kind of shatters off. It holds itself, it's a large statue, but where the veil is, there's 4 massive gashes across the face as Velk pulls away and kind of stumbles a bit and looks at the rest of you.
You will not take from me what is my rightful destiny. I'm made for more. I'm not meant to die here like the rest of you. I am meant for greatness.
We're not meant to die, and neither are you. You need rest. You need aid. That's what we're here to provide.
I have seen this destiny. Please, share what you know. Have the veiled god spoken to you? Please.
As you speak towards him, his eyes lock yours and he begins to mutter.
The gods have always spoken to me since I was a child. Through dreams, through visions, through oaths. I followed the golden path put before me.
As he's talking, you're focused on his face, and your vision focuses behind. The gashes in the statue drip black shadow that flicker onto the ground, resting onto the pool of blood where he was kneeling. Immediately striking past and up into his wounds. He is lifted into the air. Velk is now lifted. He gives this gasp of breath as you all instinctually step back, him lifted in the darkness, now pulling the blood up, gravityless, as it begins to drip and curl around him. You watch him as his voice, it is time. And as he begins to rise up, you watch as his arms bulk out, his arms extend, his claws.
That's not good.
You watch as his back begins to pulse and fill with muscle. The fur itself expands, the jaws crack and widen. His tail flickers out. And as he rises above, he comes down to land. Now, a feral, swollen form, thrice his size once. Shouts off into the sky and leaps up into the ruin. You look around and can see where all the various relics and pieces of adornments that decorate this temple to the monastery sits. Shields and massive weapons, a large stone sword itself, ornamental, placed onto the walls. Velk leaps up and dislodges it and lands in the center of the field, his eyes now burning deep red and black as the blood that once dripped from his jaw now matches the color of the shadow that is swollen in. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the battlefield.
Black Ooze Lion!
No!
Oh, no!
Oh man!
Oh my god.
Why didn't you stop him, Misty?
I
Why
was
didn't you
just
stop him?
ready to do something. And I didn't, I waited.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Cool.
All of this is inappropriate.
Look at all the vines.
Go. So,
Cool.
Big map.
where you all
That's
have
pretty,
come in,
Matt. That's pretty.
We
From
came in
this-
this way?
you all had kind of filtered around and you had tried to stop him. So you're going to be
Close.
but you would have stepped
That's
back
fine.
lightly at this point. The rest of you, where do you see yourself?
I think Aaron and I were probably like down here at the edge of the dais.
Sorry, we came in from which directions?
I mean, from this side, and
Okay.
probably around and through.
Oh, around and through this way? Okay.
This is the cliff edge. You all kind of entered from this direction. This is where it just
maybe-
it goes off
maybe
the
we'd be-
mountain here.
We'd probably be over here then. Oh, that's not me. Sorry.
Where
Over here.
Yeah, Aaron and I would be over here.
he was in front of the
Aaron is probably staying back.
Yeah,
Yes,
good,
please.
good. Little dwarf girl. Good.
I would have been about 15 feet behind Misty,
All right,
so that I could get the wire.
Truth.
Who's this?
Is that me?
Brixton.
Brixton.
I'll stick near Brixton.
Brixton was looking in his face, and I think Brixton would have dropped to her knees in benevolence.
I'm right behind Brixton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fully. So
In the midst of
Brixton
a
just
fellow
immediately
zealot.
drops and is
Oh,
Frustrating. Oh, shit.
What is that?
Not okay.
Oh my god. Look at that sword!
Holy crap!
Oh no!
There's
The collection grows.
Don't look at that big boy.
I'm a big
boy just stretching. So the statue though reached through Velk.
So it
Yeah,
just
like
statue moves?
The shadow came out into the
shadow
blood.
pulled out of the face and then went through his blood, pull up into
Oh, a
him.
shadow.
But the statue still remains
The
unmoving.
statue remains.
Is the statue still gooping?
Okay.
No, we will.
From what you can see right now, most of the shadow has left it and has gone into Velk.
Okay.
So,
Oh man.
who wants to initiate this tense moment as Velk the Forsaken stands
Velk the
hulking,
Forsaken.
dribbling black ichor, blade across his back.
I will, just reactionary, because I know that it helps the rest of the team. I'll pull back, channel a bunch of energy, and then fire a bolt beacon towards whatever that thing just turned into.
Let's go. Go ahead and roll spellcast.
I'm going to burn a hope for some advantage, if I can. Plus 2, 8, 9, 10, 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Misses.
Oh, shit!
You gain a hope, but you throw that bolt and you see like at
Can I
this.
spend a hope to
13.
bump it up?
Before the
You have to do
roll.
that before the roll.
Okay.
And I already had advantage.
As Velk is kind of glaring currently directly into Brixton's eyes around the corner, it sees the flash of light as you cast the spell and kind of like ducks out of the way, and the bolt just goes wide, missing entirely. At this point, the blade is going to swing wide.
Can I move on my turn as well? I just want to kind of arc this
Sure,
way.
yeah, you can move that way.
Get his ire away from where Aaron is.
All right, so first what's going to happen, because now Velk goes, the spotlight comes to me because you failed your roll. Velk is going to like lumber forward, like on the front claw and the back feet, like a 3-point gallop. Is going to rush forward to this point, and is going to go ahead and spend a stress to use a throw action against you. That's going to be
A throw action?
Yes.
You mean
Throwing her?
towards the precipice?
a 14 hit you. I need you to make a strength reaction roll for me, please.
Okay.
You need to beat a 13.
Okay.
Can I burn hope to assist?
You're so far
You're
away.
so far away. How would you assist?
I can.
I don't want to roll.
Can I burn a hope to assist?
How would you assist?
I would use my grappler, which is basically like what
Try
I'm
and
using as
grab
a
and
web,
keep her?
to try and pull her.
So go ahead and spend a hope, and you add a d6 to her roll.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
What am I adding? So sorry.
I will tell you.
Okay.
D6, yeah, you got it.
Okay. That's a.
What did you roll?
Plus
What did you
5.
roll? Plus 5.
Oh,
thank
okay,
God.
so
Thank God.
that'll work because I 11. I rolled a 10
Plus, oh, you lucky bitch.
Oh, this is
with fear.
Oh, well, this is a reaction roll, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so you do take 9 points of physical damage as his claw sinks into you and goes to chuck you off of the edge of the cliff face. You get about 10 feet in air before August's grappler snags on you and pulls you back to your feet onto the edge.
All right,
So
all
you
right.
end up being thrown in the air and then pulled back to where you are. So that does not throw you towards the edge of the mountain cliff.
Okay, that's
However,
fine.
he has momentum as a reaction whenever he makes a successful attack against a PC. I gain a fear. And he has Relentless as a passive, which means he can be spotlighted 2 times per GM turn.
He has relentless.
So I will spend another fear to activate him again. Angrily, with you doing this, he's going to go ahead and shift over here, kind of almost like leaping between the two of you, and is going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to make this a leaping. No, it's going to make a spinning blade attack against both of you, since you guys are within the radius. As he lands on the ground, takes the blade, and does a massive woof, two-handed strike that spins and carves through both of you. That's going to be 15 to hit.
That hits.
That hits both of you. Within very close.
Yes, I forgot I was there as well.
That's okay.
I'm here. I'm playing. I'm on the battlefield.
So you're pointing
You're
at me,
talking
yeah.
to me right now. Okay.
8 points of physical damage to both of you.
How much?
8 points of physical damage to both of you.
Okay.
I'll take it. Take it.
So then,
And because he successfully hit, he gains a fear.
Oh boy. Oh
Okay.
boy.
Did you heal? Did you just get?
I got 4 hit points. Okay, can I? Okay.
She doesn't have any armor.
Can I do something?
His spotlight is done, and it's now.
I'm not within very. It's moved out of my range.
Because I
What were the 2 things you did during your
I
short
took
rest?
watch and I cleared my hit points.
I'm gonna
And
shoot.
you're all the
I'm
way
gonna
back
shoot at
up?
him.
All right.
I have a hand crossbow.
There was only 1 hit point, right? What's your?
Staying in far range, I'm gonna fire the hand crossbow at him. That's it.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
Not that's it. It's what we need.
Okay.
Come on,
okay,
Snix.
Okay.
9 with fear.
9 with fear. That's a failure.
Oh.
In your panic, you fire the crossbow and it just goes wide. You weren't even aiming it. You're just kind of.
Oh boy.
And I yell out, but there's no use crying over spilled Velk, and I'll run away this way, the other way, away.
I have an idea that can help
All right.
us.
Close distance. You can get to about there.
Great.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, he failed with fear, so
Shit!
it comes back
Shit!
to Velk the Forsaken.
I'm sorry, you guys were talking.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay.
Why did I burn my unstoppable last round?
Unstoppable.
That's the
Looking
challenge.
at all the bad choices
All right.
I made.
Velk is now going to.
Flee?
No.
Himself off the precipice?
No, weirdly no. He's going to go ahead and make a leaping strike against. No, actually he's not. He's going to make another spinning blade attack since he's right there between the two of you. Actually, no. He's going to shift now and move here, which kind of like lumbers over, pulls his blade back. I think very close range. We'll get all
Very
3
close
of you.
range. The orange.
That is, yeah.
Okay.
That's that's going to be a 21
I'm gonna.
On who?
On all.
on Brixton, August, and Misty.
I'm gonna. Can I use I am your shield on? Even though I'm getting hit.
The attack,
Also.
the attack is hitting all 3 of you, so you're not able to shield necessarily. It incorporates you all. I'd say in this instance, you're not getting in the way. It's hitting everybody in the radius.
It said within very close range when they would take damage.
Oh, you know what?
So you're gonna take double damage?
I would take 2 hits, right? Theoretically.
You gotta.
In this instance, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it. I'll say what you do is you kind of shift over. I'll move you over to that space. You basically get in front, and you take the. You don't just take the hit. You like take it to the face and chest, and you take the full brunt of it. So you take the 2 hits.
Okay.
So damage on this one will be 10 points of physical damage. So you take 20 points of physical damage.
20 total.
Correct.
I will spend.
What is your severe?
My severe is 17. So
okay,
that is.
so it doesn't double your severe.
It doesn't double my severe. I will spend 2 armor slots, however, to drop
10.
it down
Oh, how much?
to a minor.
10?
10.
I'm gonna use an armor.
I feel like I need a bar of stress because I'm stressed.
10 brings it to minor.
Okay.
And then he's going to spend a fear to activate a second time. And now is going to go into a leaping strike.
But I ran away!
As a leaping strike, which spends a fear to do that, he gets to leap anywhere within far range and then make an attack against a target that's within very close. That's going to be a 13.
13 is my evasion.
It just hits you.
Okay.
So this one's going to do an extra d12 of damage to the person he targets. So that's going to be 4 plus 8, 12, 16, 15 points of physical damage.
Wow.
As it leaps into the air, grabs onto one of the ruins above, which then snaps, and it uses the plummet momentum of it to strike the blade down on a heavy hit onto Snix. Wham! The ground cracks from the impact, and you watch it slashes into him, and his body almost gets thrown and bounces from the blast of it. And the piece of stone that he's still handing from the ruin, he then throws, and it pelts you in the back again for that extra bit of damage.
Ow!
That's severe damage.
That's 3 hit points to you.
Oof.
You're gonna.
Is there anything we can do to
for now.
beat
Gains
him
of
near
fear from the
edge?
momentum. That
throw
finishes my spotlight. Who wants to go?
I would like to go next.
Hold on, pause. Can Aaron run for cover just to get out of the way?
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Aaron is going to dart back there.
Good girl.
Gotcha.
Good girl. Can I take a healing potion?
Go T.
I'm going to.
If you want to, yeah. Go for it.
Take a healing
yeah,
potion.
go
I'm
ahead and
gonna
take a healing potion. I'm going to take off, and I'm going to jump onto Misty and just lay all of my hands, which is 6 of them, on her back, and just sort of scrape down, and a bit of web just starts to cover your torso like a weird webbed armor, and I'm going to cast. Where did it go? Tava's armor. So that you now have a +1 bonus to your armor score, so it's basically you have 1 armor point now.
Cool.
That's great.
Wait,
And
so
then
that's like adding an additional shield, or this goes up to 4?
But you get to
Awesome.
add 1.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
And then I'm going to.
Do you have to roll for that, or is it just spending?
It's just spend the hope.
Great. Awesome.
And then I'm going to hop up and back a bit, and I'm in flight now, just around here.
I forgot to get my flight pack again.
Oh,
All
you
right.
just put me on a.
I'll put you on a little pedestal here. That's fine.
Aw. I like you.
I had too many things. I was prepping for this and forgot to go get my little flight platform from the other set.
Someone can go get that, I'm sure.
So, got an armor.
You want
That's
to
very
fly
cool.
back about there? Is about
And
as
it's
far
like
as you
just
can
a
go.
spider
And
web?
just up in the air,
cool.
so that I feel like I have a little distance from that awful leap.
And the minor healing potion is just a 1d4. There's no +1 or anything. It's just 1d4.
Plus your level. I thought-
Rolled 3.
So I rolled a
it's
3, so
not
I got
plus
rid of.
one? Plus your level.
No, that's you using your, and that's not level. It's your tier. And that's only for the downtime action. But the healing potion is just 1d4.
Great.
Am I still able to go?
Go.
Well, am I still able to do anything? Because since I did the potion, am I able to
the
do a
potion just
spell?
happens immediately.
I'm gonna do something that I think can be helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Remember, action economy here is a little, a little more fluid. So if it sounds
Yeah.
interesting and fun and quick, you can do it. And you can take multiple times in a row. But just the big things take action rolls, and there's a chance that it'll throw back to me when you do.
Okay, so wings fully unfurled. Sort of, it looks like she grows a little bit, almost like when Gandalf gets mad, and he just starts getting I know. It's okay. So I am going to use Epic Song. And so I can make a target within close range. So I might have to get a little closer to him.
You will have to get quite a bit closer. So you can move to about there,
Great.
and that'll get him in close range.
So he'll be temporarily vulnerable.
Okay. So are you just using your ability to do
I'm just using my ability to make him vulnerable. So
Okay.
we have advantages.
Amazing.
Yay, you did it, fan.
Thanks, Dave!
All right. So I got my floating things now. Makes it a little easier to keep tabs of who's flying.
Oh, great.
There we go. All right, so it happens automatically. He is now temporarily vulnerable. I'm going to go ahead and mark him here with a little black thread. So attacks against him have advantage until I spend a fear to get rid of it on my activation.
Did just to clarify something you said? Did you say that like the shadow spilled out of the statue and went into him, but there's still some drippy shadow coming out of the statue?
If you glance back at the statue, it looks like nothing happened. You just see the claw marks in its face. Whatever it was has transferred into him.
Fuck.
You can still take your turn. It's just an immediate point. If you wanted to keep rolling.
And do I need to roll for this?
What does it say?
Describe how you perform for others. You can play each song once per long rest. It's just part of my foundation.
Yeah. So you use the
I
ability.
just get to do it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So it's still our turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Still you guys' turn.
I want to get this guy away from me, but if you've got something.
I run up and hit things.
All right, I'm going to run up and hit things. I'm just going to rock around him just a little bit counterclockwise. Yeah, I'm going to take out one of my golden boomerangs.
Do you want to tag team on this or no? Oh,
You're
actually,
so
never
far
mind, I
away,
didn't have a-
yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm going to just strike him at very close range.
Let's go.
And
He's vulnerable. So does that mean I get a D6?
Correct. You got
Okay,
a D6 to your roll.
Come on, baby. Ooh, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with hope.
With hope, that's a success.
And if he's vulnerable, giving someone advantage wouldn't stack an advantage die, right?
Correct.
Got it.
Vulnerable just gives them advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to both spend a fear and take a stress.
You're gonna spend a fear.
Sorry. I'm going to spend a hope
We're gonna take away one of yours.
and mark a stress.
Listen, we want to be.
This
right.
is something I can do. If
Yeah.
I mark a stress, I can add a 2d. So I'm going to hit him and then turn around and fearfully, I'm going to kick him with my goat feet.
Okay.
So that adds an extra 2d6 damage
Great.
on top of the d10 that I'm about to do.
Hell yeah. Fawn powers.
Yes. So that's. Oh, wait. Yes. 6 13, 14 damage.
14 points of damage. That is his severe threshold. So he takes 3 hit points.
And I'm also going to spend a hope to make him my focus. I'm going to focus on him and mark him with my ranger focus. Also, when you do the kick, he gets knocked back very
far?
close range.
Very close range? Okay.
Yes.
So with that,
So I'm knocking him towards the precipice.
there you go.
Nice.
All right. That finishes
That's
your
it.
spotlight. Who wants to go next? It's still on your court.
He's still vulnerable?
Still vulnerable.
Oh, and that was with hope. So I get a hope?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Man, I have so many things running through my head. Running through my head. Okay. I'm gonna run up and be like, you shall fall, Velk, for your transgressions!
Definitely within your close range. So you rush down from the precipice to get into melee. Go for it.
You are not a true believer! Oh, it was almost, I thought it was gonna be a crit there for a second, but that's okay. 17?
17?
With fear.
With fear. All right, that does hit, so go ahead and roll damage. That was with the extra d6, right?
Fortunately, yes. That's good. So that's gonna be, 17. I add my strength to attacks.
And your strength through attack rolls, yeah.
So then 17,
damage, but
18, 19. But that doesn't matter. That's gonna be 12 damage.
12 damage, great. It's 2 hit points for a major wound to Velk the Forsaken.
And then can we still see the claw marks across the face of the statue?
Yeah, the claw
Or do
marks
they-
are still there, like heavily scarred through the stone.
But just stone, no dripping ichor, no nothing.
No, it looks like a scarred statue.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I do.
All right,
Black mold. is
that
serious.
finishes your go. That brings us to Velk's turn.
Yeah.
Velk is going to... Velk is unhappy. He just got kicked heavily.
Goat kick.
Pushed back. Takes the hit from you, but it's now like... and is going to go ahead and spend a fear to make a leaping strike. Leaps up and comes down with a heavy swipe on this side. Onto from that point.
I can get you drugs.
That's a natural 20. Oh! Okay.
Out of my range, I can't do
I can't even use
anything.
prayer dice to reduce
So
that.
that is going to be 12 plus...
Wait.
Yeah?
I can spend 3 hope to temporarily distract a target within close range, giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty.
That's good to know. Difficulty is the roll you have to make to hit them.
Got it.
So that wouldn't help you in this instance, but that's
Yeah.
good. That is a thing
I
to
got
know.
excited and halfway through reading
That's
it, I
all
was like,
good.
this doesn't work.
That's
right
all
in
good.
for now.
So that's it. That's
Sorry,
12
I'm
plus
sorry.
that's 20 plus the extra. That's 21 points of physical damage to you,
That's severe. That would kill me.
or put you to 0 at least.
But I will, or yes, it would put me to 0, but I'll spend an armor to reduce that down a little.
To a major. Alrighty. I will
Yes.
spend a fear to remove the temporary vulnerability. So shrugs off that status. And he got a fear back from the successful hit from his momentum ability, and is going to spend that now as part of his relentless to spotlight a second time, and is going to spend another fear to jump up onto the wall, climb the edge with his claw with the blade kind of hooked onto his back, full on like climbing the rope and then leaping off, comes down with a massive strike onto you another time.
This could be bad.
That's
Get
going
there? Can I get there? Can I run up, seeing how bad Snix is?
It's still his activation, unfortunately. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. With that is going to be 7 plus 14 points of physical damage.
I will use my prayer dice to lower that by 4.
Okay, 10 points of physical damage.
So that's major. If I use 2 armor.
Is it within far range, you said?
Prayer dice. Within far range.
You are too far away. So hold on to that dice. It's 14 points of physical damage to you.
Severe. If I use 2 armor.
Do you have an ability that lets you use more than one?
I don't know.
That's me. That's a me thing. I
You
can
not.
do
You
that.
can only spend 1 armor slot to reduce it by 1 severity.
So that's all my hit points. I think I'm dead.
We have to make a death move.
You get to
What
pick.
does
There's 3
that
choices.
mean?
There's 3
What does that
choices.
mean?
So as the blade strikes, you all watch as Snix is panicking and Velk climbs up the wall, and you look back and Velk's gone. And in that moment, you feel like, oh, Maybe I'm safe. And without even noticing in the moment, you suddenly hear this roar. You look up as he descends once more from the ceiling with his massive blade striking down towards you and carves into your body with a massive strike. You have
can risk
three.
it all.
You have 3 choices.
You can lay down and take a nap.
Take a healing
I'm
potion?
about to tell him. So it's okay. Very excited. So you can Blaze of Glory if you want to just immediately take an action that's an automatic critical success, but you will die immediately after.
This is episode 2.
You could avoid death and face the consequences, which means you just fall unconscious until you're healed or a long rest is taken. So you're more or less out of the fight until somebody manages to heal you. And I get to worsen the situation somehow. And then you roll a fear die to see if you take a scar, but you're out of the fight. Or you can risk it all and roll your duality dice. If your hope is higher, you remain conscious and heal up hit points or stress. You get to divide how you wish on what you rolled. But if your fear is higher, you're dead.
But if you get but if you get a scar, isn't there something like cool?
There's a little buff.
You
that
get a little
happens
buff that happens.
if you survive.
The avoid death and face consequences means you do survive regardless, but you have a chance of getting a scar, and you're out of the fight until
A
somebody
scar
heals
is
you.
a bad thing.
Well,
You're down a hope, but you get to roll 2 damage die.
Well, you
you
get
a plus one to attack.
Or +1 to your damage, sorry.
Oh man. Or I could just go to the casino and just risk it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
In episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Do it,
You can just take the
do it.
consequences and go unconscious. It's up to you. It's up
Are
to you,
there any
Sam.
bonuses to the any? I can't use
Can I
any
spend a hope
experience. I
to
can't
give
do
him a
anything.
bonus?
No.
You cannot help somebody with their death move, unfortunately.
You can't help them with their
Nope.
death move.
No. What are you gonna do? You did this to yourself. I don't know what to do, man.
What are you talking out? Talk it out. What are you feeling?
I mean, the middle one seems like the safer bet.
It is.
Wait, which one? The one to just go to sleep?
So you're gonna avoid
Get a
death.
scar,
Yeah.
but
You might get a scar.
maybe
You, don't-
get a scar.
you have to roll to see if you do.
but the other one's so exciting.
They're all, you know, they all have pluses and minuses.
What's in your heart, Sam?
What's in your veins? Adrenaline.
This is so fun to watch.
Jet fuel.
Who made this game?
Jerk.
I'm gonna risk it all.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What do I do?
You just
Roll
roll your
hope
hope
and
and fear
fear.
die and hope your hope die is higher.
Get the rest of these out. Wait! Oh,
Hand me the box. Hand me the box. Carefully.
I love how you just
What
did
is
it.
it?
You did
Yep.
it.
What is it?
A 6 and a 2.
Okay.
You did it! You did it!
Okay.
So,
You're asleep. Well, no, you're awake.
So,
my hair
Snix.
is standing up.
Snix. The world goes dark for a moment, and in the back of your mind, you hear a voice. Somebody from your past. Somebody that meant a lot to you. And just a single little word says, keep going. In that moment, your eyes open wide and your face is down on the stone. You feel the of Velk's feet around you as he roars of victory roar over you. And you feel this surge of adrenaline hit your body, and you begin to stand with a renewed second wind. You get to take that 6 you rolled, and you get to clear as many hit points or stress as you want to, up to 6. So you have 6 to do. You can either clear 6 hit points, or you can do 3 hit points, 3 stress.
Whoa.
Your call.
That's huge.
Damn.
I'm gonna clear 5 hit points and 1 stress.
There you go.
Nice. Nice.
Oh!
That's my spotlight.
Oh!
Who wants to go?
But and I don't have a scar? Oh wait, no, that's
no,
a
no,
different
That's a
thing.
different one.
Oh my god.
And even then, you still have to roll to see if you get it.
Oh
So.
my god, that was scary.
That was ballsy.
Was awesome.
All right, so
Anybody or?
spotlight's on you guys. Who wants to go?
Made me drool. It made me drool.
You haven't gone in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm
don't-
gonna run up. I know. I'm also suspicious of the statue. I'm gonna run up behind the brazier. Is this? Does it look like it's attached at the base, like with stone, or if I threw my shoulder into it, it's something that could be knocked over?
At a quick glance, it looks very heavy, but where it meets the ground, it looks like it was set there.
Can I try and just shove? See if I can shove it over because it's got stuff burning in it.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead and make a strength roll for me, please. As you charge forward and slam your entire body
Burn
into
a
it.
hope, because I got so many of these. That's cocked. It's better. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with hope.
18 with hope. Unfortunately, that's not high enough. You get a hope, but you slam into it with your full body, and it kind of like...
I run up, I'm like keeping my eyes on, run around.
Yeah. But it does like rock, so it is movable.
I'm just too big of a bitch.
You just was a little bit too heavy for that impact.
With my AC joint now hurting, can I sidearm a bolt beacon at
You will, but you just failed to roll. So it comes to me.
I did fail, even though it was with hope.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We got a tag team, I think, for that.
At this point,
Yeah, you
Velk is going to go ahead and spend a fear to do a leaping strike back this direction and land with a heavy strike down onto you. I'm going to use this dice here. That's going to be, that's a bad roll. That's a 6 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
So it comes down and you see the arc, and both of you kind of make eye contact and dart out from each other for a second. The blade wham, cracks in the stone, breaks off the sides, and splintered pieces of shale to each side. He's going to spend another fear to activate again, and he's going to do a spinning blade strike to both of you as you're both within very close range of him now. Okay. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Whoa.
Can I am your shield? Can I do this again?
Yeah, if you want to.
I am your shield!
So that's a stress to do that?
Yes.
So burn another stress. How much stress do you have left?
I cleared my stress on my short
That's
rest,
true, that's
so
true.
I have 4 stress still to go.
Good to know. All right, so you're going to take both damage
I'm gonna
on
take
this.
them both.
Roll a 12 on the d12, so that's 24 points of physical damage on you.
Jeez. Oh, whiz.
What's your threshold? Would reducing that by 4 help at all?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though. So you said 24 total?
Correct.
I will.
You got some armor?
Yeah, I'm still good.
fine, she's
Spin armor will bring it down
doing it the
to
other way. I like the way it
manger. I might as well just do clear 2 and only take
No.
1. Okay.
Okay.
Just one. I like that better.
So,
Damn.
once again,
Damn,
Brixton
this
is just
guy.
getting in the fray and protecting you with her body and taking heavy hits in the process. With each blast, you see Brixton being knocked against you. She's holding strong and basically holding you from the threshold. But that's going to finish my spotlight. Who's up?
So
Yeah, you haven't gone in a minute.
no, I'm so with this grappler weapon, if I'm flying and I pull, will that pull somebody up to where I am? If it like, can I pull someone like up at an angle, or is it always just?
You can if logistically you can lift them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay.
This is a very massive
That's a big thing.
beast.
That's what I was double checking. Okay. And I can how quickly can I how far can I run? Where's my speed?
Well, everyone can run within close range. You can go far, but you have to make an agility roll to get there.
Okay. So close range, I'm too far away to get in a melee with that jerk at the moment. So I'm going to fly above the statue. I think I can get there or in that direction. Yeah, about there. And I'm going to, at the moment, all I can really do is I'm going to use an ice spike to I'm going to prick my eye, drop a tear to the ground, and I'm just going to let it run down and pop right up underneath them.
You got it. So as it goes down to the ground, the kind of the bit of
no more
frost kind of
advantage.
gathering and moving along the ground like a magical Bugs Bunny burrowing. Go ahead and roll your spellcast.
Okay, come on. Don't fuck around. Whoop. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. That's 23 with hope.
Great. Take that hope, and that is definitely a success.
Yeah.
Aren't you adding don't you add
No,
your
it's 25.
spellcast?
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Don't-
25.
Which, by the way, that's where the pips are useful to remind you when you roll to keep
I
them
had
up.
them right here and didn't even
Use them in your disposal bag.
All right, so 25 with hope. That's where's the ice spike damage? It's 6 plus my proficiency.
Well, you don't
yeah.
add the proficiency,
Yeah,
how
that's
many
right. It's
dice,
not there
yeah.
yet. That's 6 points of damage.
Okay, so he takes a hit point that is
Yep.
beneath his major.
Still.
So the strike, mostly it ignored you at this point.
Yeah.
Now kind of looks up and sees where this had come from. All right. So who wants to go next?
Oh, that was with hope. That's
Yeah.
good. We can keep going.
Yep.
Go for it.
I would like to cast Wild Flame. My hands
Go for it.
shoot him out.
All right. So it says in the card what? Read what the card says for you
Read
to
what
do.
the card says? Okay. Make a spellcast roll against up to 3 adversaries
Adversaries, yeah.
within adversaries. Within melee range. Targets you succeed. I can read. Targets you succeed against take 2d6 magic damage, and you must mark a stress as flames erupt from your hand.
Oh, okay.
So
What if this is how we found out Ashley couldn't read?
This whole time.
Is he still vulnerable? No.
Not in any of our voiceover sessions.
13 with fear.
13 with fear. Ooh. That just misses. Unfortunately, the proximity, the growling, as it kind of after it carved through Brixton heavily and barely kept you at bay from sustaining the damage, you feel the warm drip of that like black bloody slobber on you, and it kind of shakes your resolve. You go to try and conjure the spell, but the words dissipate from your lips as you panic, looking up at this entity, and the spell fails. Utilizing that advantage, Velk is going to go. First, Velk is going to go ahead and take another spinning strike at the two of you because you're right there and just trying to carve through you both.
You took a healing potion, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I'm better.
That's going to be an 11 to hit.
It's me.
What's your evasion?
It just hits, yeah.
So yeah, it hits. All right. So
Okay.
both of you
We're gonna have to eat this one.
Yeah.
Both of you take 11 points of physical damage.
Okay, that's not so bad. I will take.
Use my shield. I'm gonna use my last shield.
All right.
Your last armor slot. You
My
go.
last armor slot.
I will also use my last armor slot.
I can cast that again if I need
Is this on us now?
No. I'm going to spend a fear.
Two.
Well, he gets a fear from a successful attack, and then I'm going to respend that fear to.
Here we go.
Actually, no, he will have gained it from the attack and then spend it again to go ahead and activate a second time, and now is going to turn its ire towards you.
Yep.
After that strike, it's going to take its blade and run underneath, and then kind of full-on Clem Hazard style, like blade up, jump from underneath the massive strike using its leaping strike. That's going to be 14 to hit.
Let's see. I'm going to mark a stress. It's a 14 hit?
Yeah.
All right, doesn't help me. Damn. Okay. That won't help. Yeah, that hits. Shit.
Okay, no worries. So you take, well, that's going to be 7 plus
Shit. Never mind.
18 points of physical damage to you as it carves upward, as you're like flying, keeping out of the fray. Suddenly, with an incredible speed, the blade just carves through and heavy hit across your torso. You kind of fall about 3 or 4 feet before having to catch yourself.
That is severe damage. I'm going to use an armor to drop it down to major.
All right, there's 2 hit points marked on you.
Yep.
That's going to finish
Ow.
my spotlight. Who's up next? Now, you just slammed into the thing last time, so you want to go again?
I'm going to take a potion while this is happening, so
Go for it.
Are we still trying to get him off the ledge, or should we just pin him down?
Why not? Let's just hurt him.
I don't have
Okay.
any like hope to do any type of.
I'd at least
I
like
have
to make
hope.
him vulnerable. I'd like to try.
You
it.
ready?
I can give you hope.
You want to try?
Do something and have an
let's
extra.
pin him down so we can
That's a really-
so we can maybe heal a little bit. I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Vicious Entangle.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Do you want to make this a tag team thing?
Sure. What would you like to add to it?
I-
I'll be pinning him down.
I also cast with thread, so I can start casting and adding to the entangle, running my silk through your entangle system to make it
I
even
have
worse.
3 hope to spend if we want to do a tag team.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and initiate tag team, let's go.
Let's
do
go. Tag teaming.
All right, so you are, describe how you guys are combining your attacks.
I think the vines that appear under him are going to mesh and weave with the
with the spider silk.
with the
Okay, and
silk.
what spell are you casting, or what are you doing on your end as part of the tag team?
What my technical one I suppose would be sleep on my end. I'm gonna cast sleep to try and technically
Oh,
help
okay,
with the
I see.
entangle.
Okay.
All right,
Alrighty.
let's give it a shot.
So both of you roll and
Slumber.
take the higher of the 2.
Okay, we both roll.
Or take whichever one you prefer, I guess. Is
All
how
right,
it
here
really
we go. I have 22 with hope.
I have 7.
22 with hope.
So both of you succeed, 22 with hope.
Amazing. And I can spend. Nope. So he takes 1d8 damage from me, but I'm going to mark a stress to make that 2d8.
Go for it.
That's all right. 15 physical damage, and he is restrained.
Great. That's going to be who's there.
Is that a severe?
That is a severe.
He also takes a stress.
Also takes a stress.
So
Good
if
to
he's
know.
restrained, does that give us advantage on attack?
Restraint means he can't move.
Can't move. Got it.
So you guys can get away and kill him.
that's the only thing that he doesn't also take the slumber spell. That's just what I added to make the spell work.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah?
So he's sorry. So what else does your spell do?
Oh, it would just make him go to sleep. But I was just helping with the spell by using.
Right. So read the spell for me.
Oh, okay. It's on a success. They're asleep until they take damage, or the GM spends a fear on their turn to clean.
Correct.
This
So
condition.
as the vines curl up, the threads swirl around him. They'll
Oh shit.
Okay.
and is now currently restrained and asleep.
So as long as we don't do anything that needs a roll, stay there until he will be able to save
Pick him
once
up
we.
and throw him off of the ledge.
He's wrapped up in vines,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
he's entangled. He's entangled. But is
I'm
it
going to spend a
stupid?
fear to take the GM turn.
Can you do that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I can if no one's doing anything.
I was gonna say,
can-
can somebody help me push this brazier over? I don't know if it'll help.
Yes,
I'll help.
yes.
I'll
I
help.
have no idea if that's
I'm
even-
strong. I'm strong. Can I come over and help?
Help me, Brixton.
Do you guys need any armor?
I'll hold my sphere expenditure for you to attempt to push over this brazier if you like.
Okay. I come over. Yeah, I'm gonna come in and I see what Idol is doing. I'm gonna help.
Okay. Pushing
I
it
don't know
this
how
way.
I. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna push it like this. We're gonna try and tip it that way.
Okay, so you both get to that side. All right, so who's rolling, and then one of you is spending a hope to add a help
I will.
to aid them? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead and make a strength roll.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Or you're making a strength roll, and you're adding hope
I
to
don't
hope.
have any hope to spend.
Can I give a hope? Can I offer a hope that I have on the
You can't,
table?
you can't give hope to other people,
it.
unfortunately.
I thought I could use a hope to give myself advantage.
No, you can only give other people advantage.
Got
on
it.
that.
Never mind. Go away. Bye bye.
So if you don't have a hope to offer, then you go over and stand next to it, but it's still just your roll.
That's okay. 16 with fear.
16 with fear. Unfortunately, that's not enough. The difficulty on this is 20 to push over. It is a very heavy stone brazier.
I'm
we're
so I
gonna
have
do
no
a
hope,
free
you
hope
guys. I have
right
no hope. I haven't rolled shit.
Okay. So
Can I try to push it then,
you
just
roll with fear,
infinitely?
unfortunately. So it comes back to me. With the fear that I gained, I'm going to spend that to no longer be asleep. Velk now. And he's trying to pull away from that, gets onto his feet, but still held in place, can't move. But the one person who's still in range is you, Ashley.
Okay.
He's going to go ahead and roll and attack you.
No, I don't
That's
know.
going to be a 20, 17 plus 3.
Yeah.
That is going to be 7 points of physical damage.
Okay.
How you doing, kiddo?
I'm going to use a prayer dice to lower that to 6.
Okay, so that's one. Okay, so I only take one. So I have 2 hit points left.
And it's going to spend another fear to reactivate. It gained a fear back from hitting you, so we'll keep that there. From the momentum ability, and it's going to go ahead and spend that fear. No, can't leaping strike because it's currently restrained. I'm going to spend a fear to get rid of the vines.
Okay.
So now it is no longer restrained. I'm burning through my fear to do this.
Yeah, that's good.
And then spend one to reactivate or to do the leaping strike, and now it's going to go ahead and leap in the air, spinning. Keep the momentum up to slam the blade down on top of you.
Got it.
That's going to be a 13.
That hits.
Okay. You take, it's only one. There we go. 11 plus 3, 14 points of physical damage.
14 points of physical damage. Okay, so that's. Okay, so I.
Here, I'm going to burn.
I'm
I'm going to give you the last prayer dice to lower it
Wha-
4. So that'll drop it down into.
Just one.
Into major? Wait. You said
It was
4?
14 points of damage?
11 points. No, plus 3, so it was 14, yeah, total.
Okay, so that would get. Still 2 hit, but that's still out. I'm still out.
Oh no!
I'm not. Am I within? Am I within very close range of her?
No, you're just out of it. You are just out of very close range by going to the
Give
prison.
her
You're close.
a heal
Can
point
you do
for a
anything?
hit point.
Let me just
not
make sure
without
I'm not
moving.
forgetting anything. Okay.
Well, actually, no, I don't have enough.
I
hope
wanted to use
I-
life support,
hold
but
on.
I can't. I'm not.
I'm not close enough.
No.
From the tip of my halberd, I could touch a wingtip.
I'm out.
Okay. So,
Is there?
as you
Because I
mark,
can't spend a.
Death,
I don't know.
death
I'm
move.
just trying to spend a hope
Death
for
move.
anything.
Death move.
unfortunately,
This is the hope
no.
is my guidance in this game.
We can't do things. It's not our turn.
No, not yet.
Damn. Okay.
So-
then I have to decide what to do.
So, marking your last hit point, the heavy strike slams down onto you. One of your wings cracks, and your body crumples to the ground. And darkness seems to come for you. You have 3 choices: Blaze of Glory, to die instantly but get an automatic crit on an action; avoid death and face the consequences, where you just go unconscious. Circumstances worsen a little bit until you heal,
what to do.
or risk it all like Sam did.
Pace for just like a second.
This pace is brought to you by Daggerheart. Makers of death moves.
There's no shame in just going unconscious. Just no.
Yes, there is.
No.
How many times have you all gone unconscious in our other campaigns?
Yes, true. It's true.
Okay,
Just saying, there's no shame in that.
I'm leaning towards going to just doing that, or I'm also thinking of. Okay, I'm thinking of all of them. I'm also.
Well, you have to
Blaze
pick
of
one.
Glory, I want to like take him off the cliff.
You're a long way from the cliff. That's the only problem.
Okay. So then let's nix that. Glad we talked about it.
Yep.
Blaze of Glory works, right? It just happens.
It's not a crit, but you can't do impossible things
Oh,
with it.
okay.
Very challenging things you can.
there's a
I'm not
part
saying
of
you
me
can't
that
do
wants
what
to
you want
roll
to
for
do,
it.
but
There's a part of me that kind of wants to roll.
Of course you do.
Okay, so talk to me about the roll again. So
on the risk it all, you roll your duality dice.
I roll my duality
If your hope is
dice.
higher, you're surviving it to heal up a bit. If your fear is higher, you die instantly.
Even if I rolled like a 2 and
You
a
gotta leave
1,
the
then
table.
it's hope.
You gotta leave the table.
If it's a 2 and a 1 and the hope's higher, you still live.
And you
But if you
abandon
roll a
us.
4 and a 6 and the fear's higher, you instantly die.
Can I get
you
some
have a
votes?
50% chance of dying.
No, this is you.
This isn't a democracy.
It is. I need it to
This is
be.
Daggerheart.
Mathematically, you have a 50% chance of dying if you risk it all.
It's 50-50.
It's coin flip.
I feel like I want to roll. I feel like I want to roll.
That is dangerous.
This is
I'm stupid.
this is exactly Ashley Johnson's albatross.
Yeah.
By the way, this is awful.
This is everything. Yeah.
You're-
If you die, you could maybe come in later with a different character if Matt's feeling generous, or maybe you just go home and don't.
For the
get to play
purposes
anymore.
of this short run series, when you die, you die.
You know it's bad when people use your
could just
full
go
name.
to sleep
If you go to sleep, you'll just be a statue.
until we wake you up.
Do I go unconscious or should I roll for it?
No, this is you. This is you, Amy.
Fuck it, I'm gonna roll for it.
Are you doing it on the table, or are you doing?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
You sure?
I'm sure. I'm committed to it. I'm doing it.
Okay. That was crazy.
Oh my god. I'm having a heart attack.
Oh,
I tumbled for a while.
Misty,
Yes.
darkness is something you're very familiar with.
I'm cold and I'm hot.
You've spent much time in shadow, between worlds, between times. Parts of you. You see flashes of fleeing, you see flashes of voices shouting, family fearful, running. You feel pain then nothing, numbness and cold, wander. Then anchoring, something holds you to this world. You find it and begin to forge a new purpose, a purpose that's not yet over. And you continue to hold on as you did before, and you become aware once again of this stone vessel that holds you to this domain. You have, since you rolled an 11 on that hope die, you can clear 11 total of hit points or stress.
clear it all, baby. You can clear it all.
So
Clear it
I
all.
can clear. Can I clear?
Yeah,
I can use the. Can I clear all of it?
Yeah?
Because I have 2 stress and I have 4
definitely clear
HP.
it.
So,
Yeah, you
Okay.
just clear it.
Clear the board. 50-50.
That's fun, man. Stressful. I don't know. If it happens to me, I don't know if I'd be brave enough to roll for it.
I know.
I don't know.
either.
I don't know.
I'm proud of
I
y'all.
don't
That
know.
shit's intense.
Harry.
okay,
Harry.
okay.
Who is it our turn?
It is now.
But I'm prone.
Well, I mean, prone doesn't mean much in this necessarily.
Okay,
You're just I'm putting you there for the flavor of you just coming to consciousness.
Same
on
way
the
you can walk away and there's no
opportunity to attack.
opportunity
It's more
attacks, you
fluid
just
and
walk.
moving.
Here's the thing.
There are certain characters and creatures that have the ability to strike you when you move away. This is not one of
I
them.
don't like Velk.
This brazier is pissing me off.
Yeah.
Me and Travis went this bitch over.
Yeah.
I'm a motherfucking pyre keeper.
I can give you advantage if you try
You
and
give-
push it over. I got
Yes.
hope for days.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna try and push it over, but
I mean, if you have enough hope, you could tag team him if you wanted.
I have 3 to spend.
Oh, it's up to you.
this
It's a big spend, but
I'm gonna gamble a little bit.
yeah.
I'm a pyre keeper. I handle fire, and also I know physics. The best way to knock this thing over is to like grab the flaming hot side from the top and tilt it. Use the physics to tilt it over with my calloused hands. So with advantage from him and my calloused hands, would that grant me a lower DC? Yes, it is.
And I'll burn
It doesn't
3.
lower the DC. It allows you to apply your experience to the total roll, which would more or less be the same thing as lowering.
I'll burn 3 hope if we can tag team it.
You
do
can. You
that?
can indeed.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it. Let's do
Tag-teaming
it.
a statue?
No, we're trying to knock over
No
the
offense.
fire.
So both of you get to roll strength rolls, and you choose the higher of the 2.
Okay.
Okay, plus my strength. Need to add strength. Okay. 18.
18.
Feels exhilarating.
But it's a 20.
It
We
is
need a 20.
18, but
I should have just given you
calloused
advantage.
hands
+2.
Oh, and that was about your experience.
is
added to
plus
it,
2,
which is 20.
which is 20.
Which is just enough what you needed. As you both push towards it, you have flashes of how much you've handled flame through your youth, through your training, through the glory of being a pyre keeper of Desperloch, and you reach up and you feel that familiar burning sensation, and it's a pain that also gives you the strength you need as you both push, rock, and then shove as it topples. The coals go spilling out immediately. The flame subsides, and with that, suddenly Velk kind of pulls back and clutches the side of his head. The difficulty to affect Velk has been reduced by 2.
Okay, to affect him is in.
That means rolling against him. Yeah, basically more or less. Like any roll to cast a spell on him, any roll to attack him, the difficulty is reduced by 2.
That hope back too.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was with hope or fear?
With hope.
With hope, great. So take that hope, and you guys are still up. Spotlight. Who wants to go next?
Okay. I could go and do a thing really quick.
Do it.
Go for it.
If anyone's got. I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna drop down to where you are and kind of land on you. I'm gonna cast the armor, Tava's armor again.
How are you?
I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Tava's armor.
Touch, right?
That's a touch.
Okay.
I still have 4 hit points left.
So I'm gonna hop down, like I'm gonna get in melee with the big fuck. So
Okay, so you're right there.
I'm right there. So you have 1 armor again. And now I'm just gonna take my needle wand and I'm gonna start just carving a rune with the thread in the air.
Okay.
Right in front of him, and then tap it. And I am casting Power Push.
Power push. Okay.
Seems like a thing.
Anyone want to help for a D6? Anyone got some hope?
Wait, are you going for the other brazier?
No, I'm going
Oh.
to hit
I will
him.
give you advantage, and I will chant your name and say, "Come on, Spider-Man!"
Spider-Man.
All right, here we go.
Spider-Man. Don't fuck around.
Yay! That's 9. That's 14, 15, 16. That's 16.
16 total.
Did you add your?
Oh no, with
4.
20.
20.
With hope.
That is a success.
With hope.
So take your hope.
Yes.
So
So does this do damage and then?
it does 2 wonderful things.
Okay.
It first does
Right.
1d10 plus 2, which is exciting. So that's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And they are knocked back to far range.
Whoa.
With this spell.
Ooh.
Blown back. You watch as Velk blows back and then digs his claw into the ground and stops about 5 feet from the edge, staring forward.
Anyone next? I rolled with hope.
Oh, sorry. If you got something, go. No, if you got something, go.
Nope, go.
Can you push? Are you good? You're strong.
Push.
I'm not strong. I have
Okay,
negative.
no,
It's
no,
my
no.
strength.
Throw it. Riddle.
I'm gonna use my
Come on, go, man.
deft maneuver, marking his stress to go all the way to him, lightning speed,
Maneuver.
and I'm gonna hit him and do a goat kick to try to get him over the edge.
Come on.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Where's the goat?
First I have to hit him though.
Correct.
That is a 14, 15, 16 with fear.
That is a success.
But it hits. It hits, and I can mark another stress to do to do an extra d6 damage and knocking them back to very close range. Will that get them over?
Let's see.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. First, the damage is 14, 15 damage.
15 damage.
And
Alrighty.
plus a stress.
And a stress.
Because he is marked with my focus.
That's true. Yeah. And then very close range.
Yes.
Hits the edge, scrambles. I'm gonna make a reaction roll for him. That's cocked. That's a 6. And just scrapes and vanishes over the cliff side beyond the monastery. You just hear this baleful.
Velk was my father.
Oh no.
No.
And then there is stillness. You stand quietly, gathering yourselves, some of you who had stepped to the precipice of death and said, not today. Exhausted, you breathe. You swallow as well as you can with a dried mouth and look out into the misty horizon of darkness. The only sound that catches your ear is the ever-present, distant screech of the Umbra somewhere in the domain. The storm of shadow and death that's always moving and hunting. But Velk is no more. That's where we're gonna go to break.
You gotta call the fire brigade and put out this on the fire. Awesome.
So we'll come back in a few minutes. See you shortly.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Daggerheart, a collaborative tabletop role-playing game of epic and heartfelt adventure with narrative-driven play punctuated by fast-paced and dynamic combat. What sets Daggerheart apart? Enjoy a robust set of cards that bring character abilities to your fingertips and make for easy character progression. There are also collaborative tools and mechanics that encourage everyone at the table to be a storyteller. And of course, dice. Players roll 2d12, one representing hope, the other fear, and let the dice decide their fate. Depending on the higher die, hope or fear is gained, fueling dramatic highs and lows of your story. Whether you're a player or game master, you only need the singular book to get started in Daggerheart. Our lavishly illustrated hardcover rules come chock full of guidelines for creating characters and shared worlds, for building adventures, and for crafting encounters and campaigns as a game master. Dynamic adversaries and environments to challenge your characters. Detailed advice on GM craft, player best practices, campaign building, and more. Daggerheart comes with 279 illustrated cards, so you can easily customize your characters. The cards showcase your character's ancestry, community, subclass, and domains, all of which power their abilities. You gain greater access to those as you level up. World building can be done in several ways to kickstart your adventures. Rather than a single setting, Daggerheart provides tools for you to easily create the world of your story as a group, tying in characters' backstories and reflecting the mark of each player. Or start playing right away by diving into one of our ready-to-play campaign frames, like the Witherwild or Colossus of the Drylands, and tweak them so they're uniquely yours. Daggerheart is calling.
What stories await you?
This just in. Roll and Play Press and 3 Black Halflings have launched City of the Black Rose on Kickstarter, running May 28th to June 26th. A horror noir setting for D&D 5e, Daggerheart, and any fantasy RPG. Unravel mysteries, strike shady deals, and hunt the monsters haunting fog-choked districts. Inside, you'll find twisted NPCs, sinister factions, and even a Daggerheart campaign frame. Plus, early backers nab a complimentary Black Rose dice bag. Tune your dial to rollandplaypress.com/COTBR and pledge today.
Good day, critters. Travis Willingham here, just dropping you a note to say that if you cannot make our 2025 live shows in Australia, Indianapolis, or New York City, do not despair. Never fear. Our amazing partners at Fathom Entertainment are bringing you the live show to a local movie theater near you, 800 theaters across the US and Canada, which is amazing. And it'll be airing after the live show ends at 7 p.m. local time. You can find the information about this, plus the ability to purchase tickets, at fathomentertainment.com/Critical Role. And we will see you at the movies.
Hey, I hear you're preparing for a game of Daggerheart, a collaborative fantasy role-playing game of dynamic combat and heartfelt stories built for narrative play. Well, looks like you need to get your together. Oh, did I say I meant to say but there was a bleep. What? I said you know, like a character. Okay, what if I just said Gist? Gist is the official video series for anyone who wants to learn about Daggerheart. It will provide an overview of the general rules, walk through character creation, and even offer guidance on how to GM your own campaign. So share this with your friends at the table and follow along with the Daggerheart core rulebook. We've got lots more headed your way, so keep watching and enjoy getting your together. Getting your it's a pun, for fuck's sake! Oh, you didn't bleep that. That's cool. Get your sheet together.
Oh, hello. You're here to learn about Beacon? Not only the extraordinary home for everything Critical Role, but also the best way to support the very important work that we do here.
Can someone zip me up?
I know what you're thinking. What's in it for me? What do members get? Exclusive early access to tickets for live events, access to our members-only Discord server, instant video on demand and podcast access right after each episode drop, 10% discount on all merch in all 5 international online shops. With your support, more content is possible.
Shh. It's just some immersion therapy. Keep your eyes open.
We've got Beacon exclusive series like Critical Role Cooldown, where you get to sit around the table right after an episode ends, and Fireside Chat, our community Q&A powered by the Beacon Discord, and questions from members like you.
Hey, Ashley?
Yeah?
Do you want me to get you a new Mr. Plushie? Because this guy is rough.
No.
I'm just gonna wash him, man.
And if that isn't enough, we've got series like Critical Role Abridged, Reslayer's Take, and Midst. Above all, Beacon is the best way to directly support Critical Role, our staff, and everyone who helps shape our company into what it is today.
I come to you in 3, 2,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
Critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. Could anything be more perfect? Style should never be a dumpster, darling. This is seriously magical. Can you put donuts in this? Only one way to find out. Go ahead, darling. Treat yourself. Roll an investigation if you want. It's basically perfect. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
The rook to B6.
Okay, save that over.
Trying it.
Okay. Wait, it's blank. There's nothing in here. What the hell?
The phonograph said that the answer would be in the journal.
Oh, maybe we missed something, like some clue we're not thinking of.
We only have 4 minutes left.
Okay, think.
Oh, the song said, look to the beacon. Look to the,
Right, beacon, light, the light room.
Okay.
The cryptics. The key is in the cryptics.
We know.
So if every other letter
times 2
is a combination.
Did you say times? Times like a clock. It's on the clock. But how do you open it?
Okay, what is it?
Okay, it's 6.
Okay.
2, 4.
Yeah.
6, 2, 4. It's 624.
0.
Guys, I think I found it.
But it's not opening.
So how do you unlock this?
That's not the cryptics. This is a cryptics.
Wait, I think if I push my fingers into... no, that's not working.
We just need the code word. What's the 6-letter code?
I think it's jammed.
Arlo said that in order to find the answer we need, we have to look to the beacon.
Right. But Colonel Popcorn's telegram says... Be aware. Stop. Exciting new. Stop. Amazing. Stop. Critical Role content available at beacon.tv. Oh my god. No idea how to finish this fake telegram. Stop.
Reveal your secrets to me.
Can either of you help me with this?
That's not a cryptics.
I am very aware.
Okay, what about this? It says try using beacon.
Hey, Travis, could you help with the...
Not now, dude. I'm trying to save us. We only got 90 seconds left.
10% off merchandise, members only Discord, exclusive new series. Is that a clue?
I don't know. It just feels too obvious, like something that a lazy writer would try and shoehorn into a script.
Well, that would also explain this.
I know. That's useless.
Literally, no one says literally anymore.
Exactly.
We're running out of time, people! Come on!
Okay, we just need a 6-letter word that unlocks this artifact and also unlocks amazing content.
Also, would it kill you to try to help us, Ashley? What do you think?
think I'm doing? While you all were busy sucking eggs in La La Land when I was making an improvised munitions charge that'll blow this door off with minimal loss of life and hearing. You don't explode a door, Ashley. That's not how an escape room works. Oh, really? Because that is literally what this is. An escape room. Did you say literally?
Literally.
30 seconds! Help! It's again.
Fire in the hole! Ah!
Hey guys, yeah, good job, or not, I guess. Tried your best.
Did we do it? Did we escape?
No, you didn't.
Oh, so close.
It was this stupid cryptics. The code word was too hard.
It was impossible.
Was it?
Yes.
What was the name of the detective?
Detective Beacon.
Yeah, it was Beacon, yeah? And where did the murder take place?
Beacon Street.
Yeah. And what was the name of the law firm that hired Detective Beacon to exonerate the Beacon State graduate from the murder on Beacon Street?
Beacon and Associates.
So, what was the code word?
It's Beacon! It's Beacon!
Oh.
Yep, see? Here's the room key. And here is all the cool new info about Beacon, our new membership program that offers discounts, early access to the Critical Role podcast, and new content like Critical Role Abridged and Reslayer's Take, along with exclusive content like Fireside Chats, the Crit Roll Cooldown, and many more to come.
So how do you get into the clock?
You don't! That's just a clock!
Kyle, I have a problem.
What did you do? Those weren't even here for the escape room. Where did you even get those?
Hello, bees, it's me again. Look to the beacon, my old friend.
And welcome back. So, Velk has fallen, cascading down the cliffside to his doom. A few of you have managed to avoid crossing into the next realm. Exhausted and taking a breath, you find yourselves now here amongst the temple exterior ruins of the larger monastery itself here. The shreds of moonlight that still push through the clouds. Aaron kind of peeks around from the side. Is it done? Y'all okay?
I think so.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I did what you told me to do. I just ran and hid.
You did great. You did great.
Anyone want to fuck up a statue?
Wait. Yeah? I'm going over to the statue.
All right.
And Brixton prostrates herself onto the ground.
As you duck down, you can see there is, like, on top of the fact that inside this chamber, there are, like, ceremonial adornments on the ruins around here. You can see there's, like, ceremonial weaponry. There's, like, armor set upon as decoration. There is what looks like a small stone case, like a reliquary case of some kind at the base of the statue as you kneel down.
Oh.
Should we empty the other brazier before you do that?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Sure.
We can all together. Teamwork. Even you, Aaron.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
The coals come tumbling out and the flame is
Just kidding.
Brixton just gives a little prayer. We have punished Velk for his transgressions. Please, Uratu, grant us your favor. Watch over us. And I'm gonna check out this little reliquary.
Okay. You go to like lift the lid on it, and it holds tight.
I'm gonna take a look to see if there's a mechanism here, and just like see what kind of lock it is.
Stone
Sure.
relic.
Make a
welling?
knowledge roll for me.
All right.
It's stone relic welling?
Yeah. It's like there's like a stone lid. It's like a small case. That's like it's actually in the statue. Like it's carved from the stone with a lid on top.
12 with fear.
12 with fear.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it's a stone case. You can see there's a lip where a lid would come up. It's not like a carved solid piece. So there is a container of some kind, but it is holding closed.
And there's a lock on it?
The best you can tell is there is like a small, not even a keyhole, but like a pinhole in the stone.
Don't you have a long
do.
pin?
Okay. And you're made of stone. Can you talk to it and tell it to open?
Well, I would love to go look at it for just a moment. And is the head still on the ground?
The head's still attached to the statue. It just has massive
Oh, it just has
gashes
massive-
across
okay.
its face.
I thought you
The veiled mask that sits in front of it just has its.
Can I just look around and look at it and see if it is something familiar to me? And I just sort of want to look at the god's face.
The face itself is obscured, as is the nature of the veiled gods, by the mast and veil that kind of covers it. The visage that you carry is an echo of the imagery of the veiled gods. The vessel that you hold was once a messenger to them. So in a similar way, there is a veil, but there is a mask adorned on top of it itself that denotes something beyond humanoid, something divine and inhuman in its design, beyond the scratches and gashes, of course.
Is she a relative of yours?
I don't think so, but I do believe this body was probably sang many songs to him.
Oh. Should it be prepared or something like that?
Any of this stuff worth anything around here?
Maybe what's in the box.
What's in the box?
You
Need
have
to
a
open
needle?
that?
I do.
Oh. Okay. She kind of rustles in her and pulls at her pouch and has like a couple of long metal tongs and picks and hooks and says like, I mean, you get around here.
Can we check it for...
I sort of did that.
You did, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, do your thing, kiddo.
Sure. Anybody else?
I'm gonna step back.
I'm gonna step up close and just close to her to protect her. if she needs to be.
I'll flank, yeah.
She gets down. Watch and learn. Goes and starts fiddling with it, the little pinhole. She gets two little long pieces of like thin iron. One of them just kind of like bends a little bit, kind of tempers it, looking at it, gets it inside. Okay, yeah. And she finds a bit. I think I got a tug. The lid kind of opens almost like a spring. But dust kind of like out of it. She's like, looks inside, and you kind of glance over and look within, kind of from above, kind of lording over her. And inside this little box is what looks to be a skull, an old skull, polished, sutures almost have a golden coloration pushed into them. But where the jaw is, there is an iron band bolted across its mouth, sealing it shut. Cool.
And is it like an art piece, like a carved idol, or is it a human skull or a humanoid skull?
It is a humanoid skull.
Cool.
That has been polished, prepared, and set within here for some purpose.
And its mouth sealed with iron.
There's also a very, very faint glow kind of almost emanating from underneath it, like it's underlit, even though it's within a shadowed box.
What do you think this is?
Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Bryn kind of backs up. I've done my business. Y'all picked it up. I opened it, but this is a bit creepy for my liking.
I'm gonna prestidigitation it up into the air.
Okay.
Turn it slowly on a couple different axes.
You lift it up, and as you do, there is, at the base of the skull, there is a natural hole where all manner of matter of its previous owner went through. As it lifts, something within the skull rattles, and you can see the light kind of protruding from within. It kind of like, as you turn it, eventually it tumbles out. It is a small orb about that big that itself is giving a faint golden glow, and it kind of like, ting, ting, ting.
And I grab that, I put the skull down, and I bring the orb here.
It has a faint magical aura to it. Some sort of, you don't know if it's an enchantment or a blessing or what, but there is something magical about this orb.
Well, life is short.
We should keep both, right?
Of course.
Would I
We should.
know anything about like any type of
I'll grab this skull.
rituals from the old world and anything about like binding of?
Make a knowledge roll for me.
A knowledge roll. Can I spend my one and only hope to add historically inspired?
Yes, you may, of course.
Oh. Okay. +2 here. Come on. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a crit, but it's not. I think it's 7. This should actually be 3. 19.
With hope?
With fear.
With fear. Okay. Not a worry. Sorry about that. I fucking hit the microphone. You have seen one of these orbs before. It is embedded in the breastplate that your Ember Warden has worn since the day you met her. They are rare relics used for protection from the old world, used by generals and high clerics of Amber Reach. Their creation, or the secrets to it, are apparently lost to time, but many of them that were cached at that era have since been disseminated in the post-apostasy era. They're known as Valor Stones.
Valor Stone.
You can attach the stone to armor that doesn't already have a feature on it, and then it
holding
gains a new feature.
Are you getting it for you? Sure you were.
Sure you were.
What's Sheena gonna do?
Before you mark your last armor slot, roll a d6. On the result of 6, reduce the severity by 1 threshold without marking an armor slot. Wow.
So it gives you a lot. Every time, if you burn all your armor, you have a 1 in 6 chance of just not spending that last armor.
This is a Valor Stone.
Oh boy.
Is it a sign?
Everything is a sign.
I was about to say.
I mean, you got.
When the Aether Weave courses through.
But I
You
mean,
did
the
this.
armor, the crown. Now this, it's like you keep finding blessed objects.
I think you are chosen.
It means something.
Sure, it does.
And we know which deity this was?
Aratu. This is the veiled god representative, also known as the Dawning Sorrow.
So whose skull is this?
You don't see any markings on the stone case.
I could try and read it.
But there are no markings.
Oh, there are no markings. Never mind.
Sorry.
Clearly it was someone who needed to shut the fuck up. Who needs a Hail Mary?
Six, reduce the severity of by 1 threshold without one. Because it's fading power of the veiled gods. So it's definitely Hail Mary. You got a 1 in 6 chance of it even popping off.
This would be someone with low armor, so.
From this area where we are, now that the danger is past and we've opened the reliquary, does the path continue on? Are there more stairs?
So, where you stand, you can, I mean, in this night, you can barely make out the shapes of the rest of the Grief Cleft Mountains beyond each side, kind of rising up in their hooked spires. You can see the mists that hang down into the valley of the jungles that you had traveled from below. You can just faintly see the flicker of fire from the sacred pyre of Desperloch down below, and that kind of orients your position. You are indeed kind of in the middle of the rocky outcropping. There's the Firmament's Harrow, And beyond this temple, this kind of half-collapsed roof of this temple portion, the rest of the monastery sits. There is a massive double door that is closed. The wall sits up, and you can see there's that extremely tall, pointed, like vaulted roof. And you can see the edge of where the cliff had slid down and where the ruins had partially fallen from the monastery to create where Desperloch was set is kind of around the way. But the rest of the monastery sits in front of you. It is just the doors to it are closed.
Now, it would be perfectly understandable if folks wanted to return.
Wanted to. We've done our job. We were here to get Velk. Velk's gone. We're done.
Yeah.
I'm going to peek over the side of the cliff and fly over and see if I can see the body.
Go ahead and roll an instinct roll for me.
Instinct. That's 13 with hope.
13 with hope. Take a hope. No sign of body from up here because there is no light. It is pitch black into the jungle below.
Even with actually, would I have, if it was pitch black, would I have Underborn advantage on that roll? To have advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, or perceive details when I'm low light to heavy shadow?
I'll say yeah. Take advantage of that. So roll a d6 because you are very well adapted to.
14.
Unfortunately, no. You do see, I will say, you do see on some of the more ragged bits of rock along the sheer cliff face, you do see signs of bloody trail of where Velk had likely had a rough tumble.
And would I know from my ranger's focus if I still have a connection to him?
There is no connection.
Okay.
You're pretty certain
Pretty
Velk
certain
has
he's
passed.
dead. Okay.
You have put to rest the restless spirit that was taken by some dark power here.
And you're right. We would be well within our reason to go back and let them know what happened to Velk, or we could seize on this opportunity and push further than anyone has before, and when we return, we would have a lot to bargain with.
That's true. Riegel would really hate if somebody else were to push deeper into the monastery, wouldn't he?
He would be very upset. I feel like he very much wanted to be here, but that doesn't seem to matter to either of your faces at the moment.
He's kind of a dick.
Okay.
And also, we kind of earned it. I mean, there were half as many of us, and we've pushed further than anyone else has before.
What are you hoping to find in there? Glory? What do you need?
Power.
And, answers.
To questions that, for you?
Well, yeah. The gods have left, and there are some of us that have almost divine powers or gifts that I don't understand. And where I'm from, those powers are not welcomed. I'm not from Desperloch.
Where are you from?
Another town. I left my mother there. The people that see these sorts of powers, they're hunted almost. It's like a sign that the gods haven't left, or that the power structures that have risen up since are going to be tumbled. So I would love to know why we have the abilities that we do, or how these things still exist, and are the gods really gone? I mean, Velk was dead set that they were not gone, that they were hiding and still in wait, or could be communed with, or I don't know, but if there's some place that's going to have the answers we're looking for, it feels like this is it. And I would really love to continue going with this hall pass instead of asking for permission from a group of people that are going to look at us like a bunch of outsiders.
I mean, I'll go where you go. Yeah. As long as you'll fucking have me.
All right, that's fair.
We've witnessed a miracle here today. Did you not see?
Which one?
Oh, there's the god, the statue of the god. Whether you could consider that a curse or a blessing, that was an enactment of divine intervention from one of the veiled gods themselves. Bureaucracy holds no bearing on the choice we make here and in the now. We must push forward. Don't you hear that?
What?
That is destiny calling.
That was mostly a sigh, I think, from...
No, you can hear it whispering in the winds.
Look, I'm not keen to keep going forward, but I'm also sort of not keen to go back by myself. So if you guys are moving ahead, I'll be behind you a few feet, but I'll stick around, I guess.
It's very fair. Very wise.
Also means whatever rewards happen, you get cut
You guys keep promising me rewards. Is there anything around here that's valuable?
We got a skull. We got a skull. Skull. There's
there
a crowd.
are along the walls of here. There are like ornamental and ceremonial weapons and armor, pieces of like holy decor that were put on the walls that look like they were made from fine metals and such. In fact, like while some of them have withered over time, there is one beautiful-looking falchion that looks like it's pressed against the chest part of a stone entity that is carved in the wall, like some sort of holy warrior. But it is not itself stone. It is just set within the grip of this stone figure.
Does it have a yellow eye in the middle of it?
Weirdly, it does not.
Like, it's something that could be plucked and kept?
You could certainly try.
Just because we can, I have a thing I can do. Where is it? Adept, where I can utilize an experience and mark as stress to use it. And I have a prestidigitation to repair a small object.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a way of using my experience to add that repair a small object to try and fix the face of this statue, would that be reasonable?
Certainly try, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to I'm just going to crawl up and try and magically undo some of this damage.
Sure, make a spellcast roll for me.
All right, I'm going to add more hands, make less work, because I'm sort of trying to weave.
Lots of hands?
Yeah, I have a lot, and I can move the
the
web with it. I can burn a stress instead of a hope for that, and that also means I get to double it. So that's what kind of roll would this be?
Spellcast. So just add your knowledge.
Okay, so that's 4, 6. 6. 22 with fear. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
However, you do manage to kind of sculpt with your hands and a little bit of silk that you're pressing around it. You kind of maneuver and almost like magically connect with the stone. The aether weave that kind of flows ever so faintly through the realm that you've attuned yourself to enough to know how to pluck and pull it. You kind of weave it through the stone and then just tug on the stone until it fills the gaps that were once carved. Then you break away the silk that you had laid as you maneuver, and as you pull it away, the stone looks like it was unscathed.
Just picturing the nun that did the restoration on the mini page.
I was thinking it too. I was thinking
If you had rolled poorly enough.
Wow, that's great, August. I'm going to try to remove the falchion.
Yes.
Okay. You can roll strength or finesse.
Finesse. 15 with
fear.
15 with fear. Because it's fun. We're an Umbra. I'm going to take it when I can. You manage to tug, turn it, and eventually find that it was placed in and probably locked with a stone cap on top to keep it there. Within the monastery, no one would attempt to take it, especially at this distance from the majority of the, outer domain. But here, you managed to crack that stone seal on top and pull it from underneath, and the falchion is free.
Ooh! Okay. Okay. There you are. Gilded falchion. Ooh. Strength to use it. It's powerful, two-handed weapon. And it's holy. Oh. This feels like a you thing.
Oh.
The gods are looking down upon us!
That's very loud.
What is this?
Read. That's deep.
A successful attack roll.
Glancing around, you also, the other thing that catches your eye would be what looks like an art piece above the double doors. Shows like a sun ray, or like a spread of various sun rays in color with a golden hue to it, and what looks to be the image of an angelic figure kind of standing with its arms out. But where its torso is, the armor that's there is three-dimensional.
Three-dimensional armor coming out of the relief. So like a breastplate.
Like a chainmail set of armor that is either so intricately carved and painted that it looks metallic, or it's real and set into it.
And it's up on something?
Yeah, it's about 12 feet up.
I can leap up there and do it, or you can fly.
No. This is
far more fraught with peril.
Yes.
I'll leap up and try to pull it down.
Grab it, and it's like embedded in the stone.
My legs are just kicking.
Yep. You can try and kick off the wall and give it a shove if you want.
Sure, I'll try that.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll the strength.
Uh-oh.
That's
a 4 with fear, -1 makes it a 3 with fear.
3 with fear. All right, I'm gonna take that fear and immediately spend it. As you tug and pull, the chainmail does come free.
Yeah!
And you fall back onto the ground, and part of the wall tumbles out as well and comes spinning down.
I'm going to use my grapple to pull this one out of the way if it's possible.
Great, yeah. You grab the grapple and throw it around him just as the stone falls on him. And you pull him out like a cheese grater from the stone.
Fair.
You take a stress.
Okay.
And 2 points of physical damage. It wasn't enough to crush you, but definitely enough to kind of grind and wind you a little bit.
That reaction isn't a thing.
I'm out of stress. I mean, I'm full. My stress is full.
You are vulnerable.
Oh boy.
Y'all think maybe we should take a break or something then if we're feeling a little wrecked?
Might not be a bad idea.
Maybe.
What is that armor, out of curiosity?
The armor? I don't have armor.
Hold down.
Oh, this!
Hold down, yeah.
That's a good weapon, but I like the reach of
There
that.
you have the reach, right? I'll use it for now if you change your mind.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit better than the one that I have, but not by much.
Solid.
And it doesn't slow you down or anything?
The additional damage does,
No,
though.
it's just chainmail.
That's amazing.
Oh, this is good.
That's amazing.
Read it out loud.
That's so amazing.
The gods have smiled on us this day.
No, Thunder! It's happening.
He's beginning to believe.
This is
That's magic.
direct intervention from an unseen force from beyond. This is anointed chain armor. It's just very good armor.
It's
Okay.
stunningly good armor.
I mean, anyone could use this. It doesn't slow you down. It doesn't have any negatives. It's just
5.
positives.
Thresholds of 11 and 20.
It's just positive.
Like, don't forget, armor in this, y'all can use any sort of armor. Just certain armor heavier has penalties like evasion and other attributes.
Bloodied by the corrupted heart of... Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, Velk.
Yeah.
When you roll a critical says you clear an armor.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
That's pretty cool.
You can also just hold on to it if nobody wants to use it.
I mean, if no one else is using it, I'll use it. Because that's pretty insane. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm going to clean the blood off from the splatter. And it's nice chainmail. I think it can go into the shirt and everything fits on.
Are y'all taking a short rest, or are you pressing
Yes,
on?
please.
Are we?
Short rest.
Yeah, can we?
You can, yeah.
Cowards.
You're out here in the middle of the
Yes,
night.
to roll
So,
oh, wow. This is about to get real crazy. Here we go.
I'm going to clear stress. We can do things we did last short rest too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna repair all my armor.
Clearing stress, 2 + 1.
Oh my god. All right.
So it's 1d4 + 1 for your armor, but you're doing.
1d4 + 1.
Oh, but you can do the long rest one you said?
Clear.
Yes, so my short rest can be a long rest.
Okay.
So I can do...
Remind me that ability again, just with...
Yes, when you take a short rest, you can choose a long rest move instead of a short rest move.
That's awesome, yeah.
So...
There you go, armor's all good.
And long rest, I get 2 of the following moves.
Anybody taking watch?
I will take watch.
All right.
And I will leave my
I've
stress
done my roll.
uncleared.
Changing armor, do I get all my armor slots back since I'm changing the armor I'm wearing? or no?
No, not in this instance.
Okay, that's.
But the thresholds have changed, and next time you want to, you can use a downtime action to repair that now.
That's fine.
What kind of a roll do you require?
Just roll a d12 for me.
Just one d12?
Yep. And then tell me if you want to use your roll or mine.
I'll use yours.
What'd you roll?
5.
I also rolled a 5.
Oh.
Rollies?
The air grows ever colder. The shadows and the absence of the fiery braziers grow thicker. You all feel a chill wash over you as the hair stands up in the back of your head. And once more, that shrieking echo on the distant horizon of the elemental death known as the Umbra seems to almost get louder.
Oh boy.
2.
Ooh.
I gain 2 fear. Also, Aaron's now like, I'm sorry, I just need to take a little moment to sit down here for a second.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Her brow is sweaty.
How long has that cough been there?
Well, I got that from that dust, from when we opened it up, but...
Shit, from the reliquary.
I have to say, she's been coughing for a while now.
May I check you?
And she kind of vomits a little onto her chest. It was like, I'm so sorry, this is embarrassing.
Can I come over and just out of panic and concern, can I use sparing touch to place hands on her and pump some divine healing into her?
Sure, yeah.
It'll clear 2 hit points or 2 stress from the target.
Okay, so she'll go ahead and clear stress and hit points, and she's like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. You can see kind of the dark under her eyes a little bit.
Jeez.
So we moving on?
Oh.
Have you been this far before?
No one's been this far before.
Just thought I'd ask.
That's what's so exciting about it. It's really good. It's off Rascalo.
August, is she becoming an undead? Do we have to kill her and chop off her head and burn her body?
Not yet. I don't know.
Should we just in case?
It might be the only way.
All right.
No, just...
That's... All right, if you were going to lead us on, which way would we go?
I figured we'd probably... can try and pick through this door here. I think it's probably too dangerous to go around the sides where it collapsed. So if we can go through the door.
May I go over to her and sort of take the throw up off of her shirt and kind of just see what it is?
I mean, it looks like a bit of bile, kind of a thick grayish, almost viscosity to it.
None of us know anything about this stuff, do we?
No. She walks over towards the door and is like, all right, so I think... And walks over the stone bits that you had kind of plucked from the top and that part of the kind of surface wall that kind of crumpled down. This is definitely locked by some key.
Say a prayer or something?
I don't know.
And starts getting down to pick the lock.
Should we take her back home?
I know. Do we? At what point does it? Do we have to turn back and take her to a healer? Take her to what's his name? To Trouvo.
Yeah.
Trouvo the Hedge.
What is the keyhole that she's operating on? What does it look like?
It's about 1.5 inches tall, thin. It's just like a small opening. And she's currently trying to bend that kind of long, thin piece of iron by looking inside to kind of match what she imagines the interior mechanism is. She's kind of taking in, it has like a small hand tongue that kind of bends in. It's like...
Can I reach over and grab her arm that she's working on it, and can I just take my 2 fingers and wrap it around her wrist and feel what her heart rate and pulse feels like.
First thing you notice is her skin is burning hot to the touch.
Shit.
The second thing you notice is her pulse is.
Aaron.
Yeah?
I know this is the last thing that you want to hear. We have to go back. Your heart is running 1,000,000 miles a second. Your skin is hot to the touch. You are burning up.
We're so close. Well, can you imagine what's inside there?
I can't. It's not worth putting you at risk, though, and everyone will know that you were with us when we made it this far. I am sure the scholars and the vigils will all be clamoring over themselves to recruit you to their service.
You promise you're going to tell them how much I help?
I promise.
Okay. Maybe we don't tell them when we get back, and we can come back tomorrow and pick up.
Sure.
I think that sounds like a great plan. I could also take you back home.
Alone?
Well, I don't know. I do not think that she should continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take her back. If you want to push on, you can.
I'm good.
We know how to get back to this place. We might as well all go back. Rest. Recover. I don't hate the idea of letting them know that we need further investigation into Velk. Maybe keep some of what we found here to ourselves, so that we can just come back after we've dropped her off.
I agree.
Maybe even a handful of us can just still camp beyond the outer walls.
How's stress HP? Like how's she looking? Is this just beyond that?
This isn't damage.
Okay, this is something else.
This is infection or disease at this point.
Yeah,
Some poison. You're uncertain. Like you can see like the eyes are getting dark around there. The sweat, the high temperature. It's like she's running a fever.
Sick.
So
She's
something's
got black
causing
mold.
a fever.
We said it.
Let's go.
She's beyond
All
our
right,
care.
let's go. And
All right.
we'll.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry for.
Yeah,
We wouldn't have gotten into the reliquary with you, or found this place, or done any of these things.
We'll just keep the skull with us at least. It's worth something.
Of course.
Let's go.
Would you like me to carry you?
Yes, please carry her.
Don't. I'm fine.
Just a
I'm
little
fine.
piggyback.
I'm fine. Piggyback?
Thank you.
Okay. She like climbs up onto the wings and kind of drapes her hands over, and you kind of hold on. And you all delve back down the stairs into the caves of the Luzal vaults. Kind of quietly keeping watch in case anything else still lurking here in the darkness decides to assail you unexpectedly.
Blue torch is still aglow.
Blue torch is still aglow. The door, the gate itself still openable. The gate guardian seemingly thoroughly destroyed by your second bout and the final boomerang blow that was dealt. Its crown missing, its blade taken.
What?
You asshole.
Where?
Where did you get that?
The boomerang store.
We gotta see if it actually works.
Boom.
Is it really?
Boomerang. Boomerangs are awesome. Burbank.
Stealth
Come back soon.
challenged by the heavy cough that echoes through the hall about every 30, 40 seconds. That only seems to get more and more thick.
Can we put an iron clamp on her jaw?
Yeah. Ripping
wanna
off
try
the
it?
skull.
No.
Touch her forehead to the skull.
Every few moments. She keeps apologizing until she can't, because she passes out.
Can we dump a healing potion in her mouth just to try and stave off whatever is happening with her?
Sure, if you want to spend one.
Yeah.
I've got a magic thing.
Okay.
I'm going to use Mending Touch and just try and add a hit point. If we want to do both, well, I'll just try and put a hit point into her.
Okay, you put a hit point into her.
Actually, I can even do.
I'm sorry, I'll have passed out in a second.
I can even do 2. Don't fall asleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you.
Okay. I'm good. And she just keeps holding on, kind of holds a little tighter too. You did give a little more strength to her, and she's now like kind of holding onto your wings.
I need you to protect us when things get bad.
Of course.
Yeah.
Your pace quickens again, and you exit the vaults back into the jungle.
I hope.
Is there a reason why the iron band is over the mouth of the skull? Like, was it coughing and spreading something? Like, could we put the band over her mouth, or?
Well,
It's
band's
attached
on
to
a
the
skull, so clearly whoever's the band's on did not do well. You know, it's
Maybe we can get the band off and look at it or something?
Not yet.
You do have an interesting point, though. Perhaps we should maybe wait outside of the walls and someone should go and bring Trouvo out just in case there's any type of plague or sickness that could spread to the rest of
The little gold orb that was like a ward or a protection, right? We shouldn't be like putting that on her, right? Or like have her hold on to it till we
stuff
get
to armor. But
Just
I mean,
armor?
we could, but it seems like it does stuff to armor.
Okay. Maybe she can just hold it till we get there and see if it helps at all.
Can you link with Trouvo or Norin, or you have to be able to see them? Okay.
I can, on the other hand, cast telepathy, so I can, as long as they're awake, I can hear their thoughts. So.
Oh, of Aaron's?
Yeah, of Aaron's.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, let's make sure I can do that. Yeah.
As you step out into the night jungle again, the direction of the flame, the sacred pyre that denotes Desperloch's position, pushing through the heavy sound of nearby jungle insects and creatures, you can hear Aaron's inner monologue just going, "Oh, just don't blow this, don't blow this, don't blow this." You can sense she's scared, but you can also sense that she's like holding herself strong. She doesn't want to embarrass herself in front of idols. She doesn't want to embarrass herself in front of the rest of you. And she just really wants her dad.
I'm gonna tell you a secret, say in her head. We didn't find you. We didn't find your father. We were running. We ran from something scary, Misty and I. Sometimes you have to run.
I think each and every one of us is running from something scary from the day we're born to the day we die. So let's keep running together.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna move her to the front.
Okay, she does not give any resistance at this point, and you're just kind of
Just so she doesn't have to hold on anymore.
And as we're getting closer, can I take the skull and just kind of look at the band closer? Like, is there anything other than just markings, engravings?
It is very well made. The band itself has no markings on it, but if you pull it back with a little bit of light, you can see on the inside of the skull, the interior of the bone, the inside, like open space where the stone was, is just completely covered in script.
Oh, yeah. And the iron band is attached to the skull? Like, can it be pried off?
You can certainly try.
I will definitely try. Yeah.
Make a strength check for me.
Let me spend a hope to.
Sure. Give advantage on that.
Awesome.
May have to have you run ahead.
Sure, I can run.
Kick ass. 12, 9, 21, 26. 26 with fear.
You dislodge the metal band, and it is like
So much fear.
it is bolted into the skull. As it breaks, the bone of the jaw shatters with it. And as you pull it off, you can see all the teeth were already removed. And the areas where it was pushed in and bolted, there's also script carved into the bone above where the teeth were. So it looks like the skull was heavily treated with some sort of a ritual, some sort of a holy means. You're not certain necessarily what the script is, though you have had, I will say, if you'd want to, if you'd like to mark a stress, you could delve into whatever power touches you to try and see if you could suss the nature of this.
I'll take that stress.
All right. You close your eyes and try and reach into those visions, those dreams, these strange little moments where you feel like some divinity out there that still lingers in the domain has found you. And while you can't read it, you sense that this skull belonged to something heretical, and it was placed there to seal it away. It doesn't mean that it held power necessarily, but this skull is not a saint. This skull is not of a martyred figure of renown. It was put there to be forgotten and protected.
Cool. The inside of the band that's covered in the runes and the markings. Do I recognize any of it? Know anything about any of it?
The inside of the band, as you look at it, is also covered in script. Like every part of this was designed to, whether it be symbolically contain or actually magically contain whatever was there. You sense no power in the skull anymore. Like there's nothing like, it isn't a charged relic. Make a knowledge roll for me. I'm just gonna make this a reaction roll. No hope or fear gained on this one. This is just a 17. The best you can tell, even just from the little bit of scraps of research you've pulled from the scholars in your hope to figure out the nature of what has found you through the Aetherweave or divinity. These were funeral rites to seal away somebody who was deemed evil by the church. You're uncertain if this wasn't something that was put on them in life. This was definitely a final rites.
Got it.
You come to the outside of the slag walls and you can see the burning glow of the sacred pyre just above in the distance. As you approach, the vigils shout out from atop the hill, "Halt!
It's us. We've returned. Let Riscalo know that we've returned.
We need a healer."
They look to each other, they glance over, they kind of hold their torches free. The horns kind of blow for a second. The front gate, kind of not far from where you are, pulls
we cannot
open.
Go in.
Oh,
They need to come out.
I'll go get him.
Please.
Yeah.
Quickly.
All right. So you go ahead and dart off inside, heading towards the interior of Desperloch, charging through. At this point in the evening, it's midnight ish at this moment, and a lot of the village is going about its business. That would be up this late. There are shifts of people, vigil, firekeepers, and other folks who just can't sleep due to the nature of a challenged life. But you push through over until eventually you find the exterior of Trouvo's tent, and as you kind of push inside, you see his massive Galapa form sitting on a chair, currently and pouring himself a cup of tea into a small stone mug, and kind of looks up to you quickly. "Oh, well, hi."
I need you. We need you. Sorry, there's someone who's very hurt, sick, poisoned. We're not sure.
Oh, no.
We don't know if it's contagious, though. So could you come out to the gates to make sure that this...
Have you been in contact with this individual?
I kind of stayed away from her. She kind of was kind of grossing
Just
me out.
maybe cover your face.
I did. Yeah, I did. I stayed
Reaches over
far.
and grabs a big bundle of cloth and wraps his face and head around it till it's just his eyes peering over his, turtle head, kind of just barely coming through the top of it. It's like a reverse Ninja Turtle. He takes his bag and sets it onto that long table where he had initially treated you, and starts plucking all manner of small vials and herbs and ointments, and is just kind of grabbing anything that could possibly help. Some medicinal cloth and kind of stitched gauze and whatever he can, puts it in the satchel. "All right, take me to them."
Can you run? Do you run?
I can run.
All right. Keep up.
You and Trouvo's.
I look back. Oh my goodness.
He's older, but keeping up decently.
Sure.
Other folks kind of watching this commotion and starting to whisper and ask, what's happening? What's going on? You start by, and Trouvo just kind of raises a hand.
Don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
Go about your business. Don't worry. until eventually you come to where the gates are still open, and you see the vigil. Now, the vigil have come tight to watch, because to leave the gates open is incredibly dangerous. So right now, as the gates are only open wide enough to let a person or two through, the vigil is kind of congregated to keep watch. They have crossbows, they have weapons at the ready, and they're all just torches free, looking out into the shadow beyond you, so nobody is opportunistic in this moment. As they rush up, and while you're waiting for this point, like, Aaron is, like, eye-lulling a little bit. And,
Wake up. Don't fall asleep.
You're right, I can't. Eventually you see Snix, and behind Trouvo approach, and oh goodness, it's Aaron, isn't it? Oh, poor girl. Kind of takes her and sets her down on the ground, lays her out, and starts inspecting her, taking her pulse, and kind of takes a small wineskin of water and kind of pours it over a cloth and puts it over her head to try and cool her down, and more or less starts like going through a book and checking things. And there's about a good 10 minutes or so before he kind of like...
And we say, like, we opened something, there was a aerosol that came out.
This is likely some sort of infection. If indeed this was from a long untouched patch of sealed air or a space, various molds, various things can grow in there that can be very dangerous to younger lungs especially. But however, such infections are treatable. They just take some time to recover with proper materials. I can definitely treat her. You just someone will have to keep an eye on her overnight. But I'm glad you took her here immediately. This is rapidly growing, so if you hadn't have done so, it's likely she wouldn't have survived the night. So you've done good.
Glad you're here. I will watch over her, for sure.
It is not infectious either, from what I can tell. It looks like this is just an inhaled spore or some form of infection. So, would one of you want to keep an eye while she stays in my tent for the evening?
You want to keep an eye, and
I can keep an eye.
Get Garrick?
Yes.
All right, I'll
stay with you. Pick her back up.
He goes ahead, and as you pick her up, he goes ahead and says, all right, dear, I need you to just open your mouth a little bit. I'm going to pour you a little sour tasting liquid here. And she's like, it's her breath starting to get a little labored, and he kind of pops this vial and kind of puts this kind of thicker herbal liquid in. She kind of like coughs a bit. He's like, you did good. And he wipes her brow. And then she kind of swallows it and kind of sinks into you a little bit as you hold her. And Trouvo kind of smiles through his, pulls his cloth back now that he's like noted that it's not contagious, and looks at you and says, get her to my place, come on. At which point you all step into the settlement, and the rest of the vigil look down upon you. Do you all stay outside, or do you return to Desperloch as well?
I think we're going to stay and watch, I think. Because I'm going to stay with you.
Might as well come inside.
Are they taking her to Trouvo's place, or to just staying outside?
No, taking to Trouvo's tent.
Okay, so everybody's...
It's like right on the outskirts
and
of the
I'll go
forum.
to Garrick's and let him know that we're back and she's back.
Okay. Well, you all step inside. People looking about, a little bit of whispering, and some panic, some people curious as word gets around that...
I'm covering her with the wings so no one can gossip and gawk at her.
And in doing so, the curiosity spreads, but confirmation of who or what does not. But people also instinctually keep a distance from the 8-winged angel that walks among them. You come near the kind of comforting hearth of the sacred pyre beyond the forum to the tent where Trouvo runs his herbalistic skills. Set her upon the table. He takes her big gray cloak and kind of swaddles her with it and sets her down, renews his cloth and sets it upon her brow, and begins to progress his development of whatever treatment he'll have to apply to her throughout the night. You go ahead and retrieve Garrick, who immediately is like, what happened to my girl?
We were out trying to find Velk. We told Erin to stay, but she followed us. You know how she can be, and she got into something. Trouvo has her now.
She can.
Why don't you come with me, and we'll go be by her side.
All right.
And he puts his coat on and kind of follows up after you. But Trouvo finishes his treatments for the night. The people begin to die down, their curiosity, as it seems the tension begins to subside. And eventually, with a bit of conversation, a bit of cool water renewed upon her brow and body, she goes to sleep and settles into a rest. Trouvo kind of nods and...
Oh, you've got it too.
Burn her! Torch!
He kind of nods and then wipes his brow after he's been kind of focused on all this and says, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go get myself a drink and then return to keep watch. You're staying to keep an eye?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a few of us will be.
Very good. If anything happens, I'll be at my hovel in the back. You know where he lives, so it's off. And Aaron's asleep. Every now and then, like, kind of a cough comes through, but it's not as bad as it was as you were getting close to Desperloch, which is comforting.
People are going to want to know what we found, what we have, what came of Velk. Should we try and hold on to some of that information until we can venture out again? Should we share with the scholars?
If the scholars see what we have gathered, they will assuredly take everything off of us. They will claim it as importance to Luzon.
But might they have information? I mean, shouldn't we share this knowledge with them? And we can hide the stuff. I can just go take it and stash it somewhere if you're worried about losing it.
We should definitely hide what we have.
They'll take it one way or another and they'll tell us nothing, you know? I don't trust them.
They might. Maybe if we leverage it like there's more that we could share and that this is just an initial offering of our findings. If we ask for a partnership of sorts, that we'd be part of the next wave, we can lead them to the things that we found and help them avoid the things that have been perilous. We could ingratiate ourselves to their efforts.
Even though Velk's dead, we can still go up and try and get the body.
Well, if we're worried about talking to the scholars, I mean, I'm friendly with one of them, with Howerin. He's not one of the current scholars. He's retired, but he wouldn't take any of this stuff.
But would he know maybe some of it? The script on the inside of the mouth plate, or?
He would, I think, if he would know everything. As far as I know, he knows as much as the others, but he just doesn't. He's retired. He's drunk. He's a drinker.
Oh, okay.
And I carry hooch. Some of the I pull out 2 bottles of sort of vinegary wine. I deliver this to him about once every couple weeks, and he's a nice fella. Just he wouldn't care about stuff. He just wants booze.
That might be a great place to start. If you ask him if the scholars would care or be willing to share, or he could also say, whatever you do, don't tell them. They'll never let you.
He might not even remember, honestly.
Might not even remember.
You have a sense of their disposition, at least.
Do you know where he is?
Sure. I mean, I've got a delivery that I'm supposed to do.
I mean, we'll probably have until sunup.
Just me, or are you guys coming?
You tell us. He's your guy.
Knowing him, he's probably awake still.
Sure. Yeah, come, or some of us can come. Somebody's got to stay.
Yeah,
I can stay.
And I'll give you the skull and the mouth
I'm not going to touch that stuff. You take it.
I'll
don't
take
touch
it. I'll come with you. All right. And then I also take out my robes, my vestments of the Pyre Keeper, cover my armor, cover the swords, cover everything that we have, and then I'll go with Snix. Are you coming, or are you gonna stay with the kid?
I'll come with you for this one.
Hi, August.
Steve.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Please be
Not
safe.
going far.
Right.
If you're not back by sunup, you're dead to us.
And probably the rest of the world.
Yes. We're just going to an old guy's house.
Yeah.
I've already grown attached.
I've already grown attached.
Yes, Godspeed.
All right. So you two are staying behind, and you 3 head off with Snix leading them. All right. So a little ways off from where the Praxis Collective does the majority of its research work here in Desperloch, the homestead of Howerin. It was at one time a nice, quaint homestead for a very vigilant researcher. But it's fallen into a bit of disarray, and he's become a bit of a hoarder. This home, as you begin to approach, you can see the windows are completely blocked. And outside in the front, you can see all manner of broken junk that he's amassed. Things that were discovered to be of no necessary use to the scholars. Relics of the old world that were just discarded pieces of garbage that he has snatched up and kind of built this little junkyard around this little hovel that he lives in. You can see just the faintest little flicker of lantern light from what segment of his window is still not fully plugged. And you could hear a hum coming from within.
I will go up to the door and knock 4 times. Boop, 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 and go, "Hoo-ee-oo!"
I was wondering when you were gonna come around here.
All these locks get like down the door before, and you see this old. It's rare to see somebody this old and haggard who survived this long here in the Halcyon domain these days. You're not sure if he is very old or just life has been hard enough to where he looks that way, but he is just missing a majority of his teeth, patchy, scraggly chin white hair that looks like parts of it have either stopped growing or burned off at some point. Long, matted, curly hair that kind of pushes past his shoulders like a really down on his luck Gandalf. As soon as he speaks through the door, it says,
"Hey, Snix, glad you made it."
The smell of thick alcohol is just, it clears anything that might have been caught in your sinuses.
Oh boy.
Hey, my friend.
I sure did. Yeah. They're cool. They're with me. We've been. They're cool. They're messengers in training. You might
brought
say.
a drink?
I always bring drink, friend, and I pull out two bottles of.
We're all friends. Come in.
He kind of pulls back into the room.
When you sit down, just watch where you sit, because there might be some trash or food or something alive.
Understood.
As you kind of step inside the interior here, it is indeed stacked, like wall to ceiling, with maybe some old books, bits of like oiled rags. You can see clusters of boxes and crates that may or may not be full. Indeed, the smell of kind of rotten food and refuse kind of sits all throughout the chamber. You can see there are paths in this hall. It's only about maybe like 15 by 20 feet, this entire homestead, but there's only maybe about 10 feet of actual walkable space. And it's very much, you know how like Scrooge McDuck has worked hit that loop and around his number 1 dime? Yeah. Like that's how you have to walk through the house. Like where he's kind of created these grooves where you can just barely get around to where like this pile of cloth and rag where he sleeps, a little table in the center, and the rest is just stacked garbage.
What was his name again?
Howerin the Sot.
Howerin the Sot.
right.
S-O-T-T.
S-O-T. Howerin.
And he pops open a bottle immediately and starts pushing through one of the piles, like,
Where are my cups? Yeah.
and pulls out like a few cups that look like they haven't been washed in a while. And he goes, sits down and goes,
Oh, excuse me.
and gets another rag and like starts cleaning them.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Fills them up.
Oh, yeah.
He poured a lot more in his than yours.
Sure.
And he kind of slides him forward on the one table and is like,
To your health.
To my health.
He's got drinking breath.
downs it, goes to fill his other one. Goes,
Oh, right. Sorry.
reaches back and like his arm vanishes into one of the nearby piles and pulls out a small satchel, like a hand bag, and kind of opens it up a little bit, rises into it, And what would he have traded that alcohol for you? What would you have asked for?
Sure. I mean, probably not. I don't think he has money per se. Is there money in this world?
I mean, there is money, but it only matters to a handful of chunks of society to this day. Most people, it's just for trade of use.
I do trade with some of the people at the works, Barrel Spearborn.
Oh, yeah.
I trade supplies and stuff, nails and screws, bits of leather, if he has any building materials, anything like that. I also trade books, scrolls. People seem to like that stuff. So anything he has that might be of interest.
Being a scholar, he has books, but he does not let them go.
Mm-hmm.
But he does indeed bring with him this thing, a large cluster of what looks to be old iron materials, things that were probably used in construction and then have been since scavenged and recovered that can be remelted down and reused, much like they do for the slag walls on the outside of the city. All manner of nails. There's actually a pretty decently kept, like a thick band of leather that's like wrapped on itself that can be used for all manner of straps and basically just like gives you a few things in trade. Is that enough?
Oh, plenty.
Great,
Yes.
great.
You know what? It's plenty because something we would want from you tonight is actually not things, but information. If you got it, and if you do, I can bring twice as much hooch next time.
I'll see what I can help with.
You see, like one of the teeth in his lower jaw. It looks like it's a little loose, and as he talks, it kind of flaps a little bit against the lip.
No.
Do you?
No.
Slap.
Do you? An extra arm
just-
comes
can I
out and
just-
slaps your hand down.
Let me just.
It's that True Lies moment where like you envision the whole scene in your head, and then it cuts back, and you've just been
Gosh.
sitting there the whole time.
Yeah.
I know you don't like to talk about the vaults too much.
I don't know anything about them.
Well, I mean, of course not. But if you did,
We hate to pry, but we need help. We need your help.
His hands start shaking as he refills his glass. Like,
Perhaps
need to show him.
you just might be more informed about some of the ritualistic rites from the old world. You don't need to tell us much about the vaults, just maybe some information about the past that you may have come across.
if we show you some things that might have come from the vaults, would you be able to tell us their origin, what they mean, where they're from?
Maybe.
I have a little bit more alcohol in my pouch.
Show me.
Pull out the skull. It's okay, he's dead. Long dead.
He points to the table.
I prestidigitation it over.
You bring Asa Weavers into my home.
Is that a bad?
I don't know if I trust your friend.
I was almost killed in the vaults, and they saved me.
I take my wand and I stab it very gently into the table, and I let go.
You gonna fix that?
Yes, of course. As soon as we leave, I can literally fix it. It's no problem.
That's expensive wood.
And I'll owe you favors of any kind, you know.
Okay.
He takes the wand and starts prodding around the skull and starts giving it a look over. While this is happening, we're going to come to the two of you. Is there any conversation you wanted to do, any sort of elements, or you just want to wait for them to return?
I think we're just kind of...
Yeah, I think just waiting to return. I think
yeah.
I'm gonna just kneel before her at the table and just hold her head, and I'm just watching her.
Okay.
Guilt amok over here.
Guilt amok.
Oh, no.
And just making sure she's breathing.
Okay.
And just watching her.
Keep breathing.
Okay.
Okay. That's how he kind of looks at him and goes,
Oh, best I can tell, a lot of these markings represent many of the ordinance, binding rituals. The use here seems to be against the underlying shadow currents of the domain, spirits that would transfer dark powers and enduring wills and intent that would lock themselves into a relic or a person or a place, and these shields would keep them there.
So this entity, this person, was infected by some sort of darkness, either a spirit or some sort of dark Umbra, even.
We saw some
This
shadows.
This is before the Umbra was unleashed. And there are all manner of dark spirits that were anathema to the veiled gods and the ordinance, so they had ways of dealing with them. But not anymore. This is, I don't know if these seals kept after the apostasy. Hence why so much has run amok since they went away.
We saw blobs, shadow blobs, sort of moving from darkness into living creatures and making them empowered.
Like liquid shadow.
Not any of you.
No. We killed one of them.
It's its mouth was banded closed.
Why isn't it anymore?
We were curious.
And there was a stone.
I was curious once.
What happened?
He pulls back the cloth on just reveals peg leg.
I don't go prying anymore.
He drinks again.
Whatever that is, get rid of it. Or sell it to the scholars, even make it their problem.
They'll buy it?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Whatever was in there's not been held for a long time. And if you killed this thing, there ain't nothing to worry about anymore.
Well, it was glowing, wasn't it?
Well, you said it was a darkness, though. I'm assuming that darkness is what came out of the statue.
I don't know, that's a lot of assumption.
Do we have the crown?
Yeah, it's on my head.
Oh, want to show him that?
It's my crown.
Sure, just show him back. He doesn't believe me. This came from the vault.
They either bestowed this crown upon me.
Of course he did. You are the chosen one.
I am.
I believe it.
Yeah,
It also, if I'm not overstepping, makes you look very nice.
That is very kind of you to say. Do you want to see my crown?
Is it also a bearer of shadow of ancient curses?
You tell me.
I'll take off.
Someone was wearing it who was infected with darkness, but again, we killed that one too. We did a lot of killing.
Oh, this is of holy make. This is a protective element empowered by the divine. This, this bears the mark of a rot, too. This is quite the relic.
Oh, okay.
Scholars will pay quite a penny for this.
I'm gonna unbutton my shirt since we seem to be doing this.
We're not that close of friends yet.
There's chainmail underneath. This came from the same temple.
Where'd you find all this?
In the vault.
In the vault?
We made it all the way to the doorway to the...
Firmament's Harrow.
No, past the Firmament's Hollow.
Yeah.
Doorway to the... Or what was next?
The observatory.
Monastery.
The monastery.
You made it to the monastery.
I mean...
Oh, we almost made it to the monastery.
Got to the door.
That's incredible news.
No,
The scholars are going to...
What are they gonna do if they knew? What would they do? How would they react?
Well, they would be ecstatic.
And shower us with rewards and praise?
Perhaps strike a deal.
Maybe.
Allow us to keep exploring the monastery.
Take everything.
Maybe.
Or would they take everything we have?
Could be.
What? If you were...
Would you trust them?
Some of them.
Who?
Uncorks the second bottle.
Thalia, if any.
Were there any consonants in that word?
Yeah.
Thalia, if any.
Okay.
Thalia,
Thalia.
if any. Okay.
Idrova is forthright in her intent, though willing to do what is necessary for their means. Thalia seems clear of mind and heart, young as she may be.
If you were us, would you keep pressing further into the...
Not at all.
Points to the skull.
That's even put too far.
In for a copper.
I just hope you truly did kill what held that shadow you speak of.
Think so? I mean, wasn't moving.
It's the only 2 bottles you got.
I have not touched my cup, so I'm just going to slide it back.
I pour.
Fair kind, fair play.
Pours into his cup.
I pour my cup into
Mine too.
August's
Good
cup.
friends.
Yeah.
Good friends.
That rag did not look clean.
I want to scan the books on the shelf to see if there's anything that catches a young scholar's eye.
Make an instinct roll for me if you don't.
Instinct? Not a knowledge. Okay, that's fair.
No, there's a difference between like getting a good look and like perusing and analyzing the material and just looking about and seeing if you can make out details.
Very fair. And I'm so sorry, everybody, if I scroll this. Hey, 11 with hope.
11 homes. Take it home. You're hard pressed in this low lantern light in this cluttered ass mess of a homestead to make out anything beyond the occasional letter that isn't covered by rags, dirt, or spider webs.
What else can we glean from this gentleman?
We've got a name.
You've got a name.
Anything that we can say to Thalia to butter she up?
No.
My
We
friend.
never got close. She came in right about the time that I got out. But she seemed like she had a good heart. She,
And kind of thinks for a second.
I don't know, she's got a soft spot for outcasts, so she might like you just how you are.
And if you don't mind, what did you see in there that made you not want to go back? But I know that you were injured, but what did it to you?
His eyes start going wide and distant.
In the vaults down there are a great many beautiful things. Bronze halls of worship, catacombs of holy warriors of old, those that fought beside the greatest of ordnance and felled the most dangerous of evils in the old world, to bask in their glory and learn of their true color is something astonishing. But with the gods gone, the devils play in those shadows and dance on the graves of those that nearly cut them down before. And there they cackle, there they feast, there they wait and tear and tease and bite. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back.
And he starts like pushing back into the various clusters in his room. I can't. It's just like going into a full panic attack, pulling away from you. Stop.
You never have to. You never have to. Ever.
Get out of here.
go! And he grabs the bottle that's still open and like starts chugging it and starts pushing and shooing you out of it.
I would grab my wand on the way out and just fix the table as I leave and put it away.
And take the skull.
Okay.
That could have gone a bit better.
Could have gone worse.
The two of you, while this is happening, Trouvo comes back. You see he's like has a glass vial, and he's like, "You don't mind if I talk to you for a second? I just don't want her to hear."
Of course not.
Absolutely.
He kind of
Yes.
pulls you outside of the tent and holds the vial, and it's like, "I was running a few tests back at my abode here, and she has an infection from what I can tell, and while the treatment's kind of staunched it briefly, this is something more than just a standard mold infection. It's... Well, look." And he holds it up, and you can see the liquid has like a faint pale blue to it, and there is kind of a red droplet of blood that kind of sits on it, and you watch as the red is slowly turning brown, then black, and then the blue liquid just turns black around it. That's not natural. I'm afraid that whatever's got Erin is... I'm afraid she's got a bit of the Umbra on her.
What, have you seen this before?
Not like this kind. I mean, we all carry a bit of this old black within us. That's just the curse of the enduring. But, like, this acts like a disease, but it's more of a curse. Something placed upon her, something that found its way. I'll continue to do my best, what I can, but this might be beyond my capabilities.
Have you ever heard of anybody being healed from something like this?
I mean, the Umbra itself is... it is the final death. It is the judgment from the gods upon us when they left. But there are rumors. There are rumors that in the fanes that still hold against the dark, the places across the domain that even the Omar can't step, that there can be healers capable. Nothing I've seen. And as with my pursuit of what's real and tangible as a healer, I can't guarantee anything. But I don't know anything in Desperloch that can help her.
How much time does she have?
I don't know. Days.
And then what?
Then we do the honor of not letting her be desecrated by the Umbra when she passes.
But she is my friend.
This is also part of just how things are.
You said in the veins of the Umbra, we'd be looking for healers that have had success, or areas outside of Desperloch where a remedy might exist.
There are a great many secrets that were kept by the Grand Ordinance. In the cathedrals of Amber Reach, there are scriptures that were scattered and lost across the domain. From the old world and beyond, there is what our very scholars are hoping to ascertain, a way to turn the tides against this
trodden path to oblivion we all just slowly step towards.
Do you think they are on to something? Anything?
Maybe. I hear tale from those who have traveled from beyond. There are places where nature still stands untouched. There are spirits of the wilds that still keep the dark at bay. And there are miracles still, though perhaps not sourced by the veiled gods themselves. So there's always hope. I just don't know if it's here.
Thank you for telling us.
Of course. Smoke begins to fill the forum around the tents. Black smoke just begins to billow and swallow the central forum and
You go back
Trouvo's
to Aaron's
tent.
body and just sort of.
You snip back into the tent and Aaron is gone.
Fucking.
The three of you begin to return just as you see this black smoke begin to billow and just completely envelop the center of Desperloch.
I look up at the pyre.
Oh, you can't see the pyre. The smoke is like completely obfuscated the center of town.
We shouldn't have brought her in here.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna run to the pyre.
I
The
fly up
pyre.
above.
The pyre is what's supposed to keep us safe.
What can I see above?
You fly up and there's just a cloud of smoke that has filled the space.
Around a central point?
Around like the forum, the center of Desperloch.
Which is where the pyre is?
Correct.
Okay.
So I can't see the pyre at
Where
all.
the pyre is it? Does it feel like it's emanating from the pyre?
It feels like it's in that kind of general vicinity.
Fuck.
Yeah, while we're rushing towards it.
Yeah.
You all kind of charge in as the smoke begins to kind of dissipate a little bit. Here amongst the nearby homesteads and the northern portion of where the forum sits, there is the massive column of black smoke where the sacred pyre once was.
Oh, shit. It extinguished the pyre?
Is it out? It's out?
Across the ground of where the pyre once stood, you see the bodies of Desperloch folk and two robe-adorned pyre keepers bisected and their blood spilled across one of the only things that can quell the flame of these sacred flames.
No!
And there, standing facing the smoke, a small teenage girl who turns and smiles. And that's where we're gonna end
I have goosebumps!
Never trust a teenager.
No!
No!
So Ramond is fucking bisected, dead? And Corbin is dead?
We'll come back and find out next episode.
No. Shit!
Shit.
To quote Ashley Johnson, I'm already attached!
Yes!
Sorry, it's only been 2 episodes.
Oh.
We're so fucked.
We brought her in!
We're so fucked. So, we'll see you guys next time. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
No, it's not.
We'll see you guys next time. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
No, it's not.
Oh, Matthew.
I think we did this.